Okay. Yo, I'm back with my brother. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
I got the, is the moniker the voice of Atlanta taken? Cause when I sit in front of you, I feel like I'm really with the voice of Atlanta right now.
I ain't gonna say that moniker is taken. Cause I think it's a lot of voices of Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But a voice of understanding and virtue of Atlanta, yeah.
I like that.
You know, cause you got, everybody's voice, they speaking from a different place. But considering I was with the have and the have-nots, it's a good balance in this voice of Atlanta. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You are definitely the voice of the people of Atlanta and the people of hip hop. And by the way, Jock, it's 50 years of hip hop. Congratulations for being part of this music and this lifestyle and this thing that we love so much. Your contribution to it does not go missed by any.
I appreciate that.
Congratulations, kid.
You know what's crazy?
Huh.
You know, if no one had said, yo, it's the 50th year of hip hop, I don't think people that listen to hip hop would have even understood. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it's like, when you say 50 years of it, I feel like it's been around forever. But then when I hear 50 years is not a short time, but I'm not far from 50, so I'm like, yo, wait a minute though. But hold up, you get to asking questions like, wait, yo, I appreciate them shedding that light, the forefathers, you know what I'm saying? The ones before us, it's just crazy. But yeah, appreciate that.
Nah, before we get into it, like, I love the way hip hop is aging. First and foremost, hip hop has united the world. For anybody who's ever traveled outside of the US, there is a link between the youth of every culture in some way, shape, or form. I don't care if you in Afghanistan, if you in Africa or China, they look and they move with their own swag and their own version of hip hop. Yeah. From the style of clothes they wear to how they speak, the whole nine.
Yeah.
But, and this is said in the most respectful way. At one point, we could look at the Rolling Stones and the Eagles and they age well for rock and roll because they could still be on stage in their 70s.
Yeah. Hip
hop, it seemed like you get a certain age and you just, you will put on the back burner, you will put to, and I love the way many of the artists are aging. And now it's a whole subset of hip hop, for the guys who are 40 plus and the women who are 40 plus.
Yeah.
So I love the way this whole thing now has become generational and to see it celebrated the way it has been this entire year, I'm glad to be a part of it.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Okay. Yo, Jock, I want to start close to home.
Okay.
Loving hip hop.
Damn.
Can't get closer than that.
Yeah, and how?
I think you know where I'm about to go with this kid.
I don't.
Your girl, Erica Mena. Come on, man. Erica Mena. She caused a firestorm out there. Called her girl Spice. A big fight, which is not new to loving hip hop.
Right.
But within that fight, she called Spice a monkey. I think it was a monkey.
A blue monkey.
Oh my goodness. She's been suspended, and I think, if I got my facts right, she's ultimately been terminated by not just VH1 Loving Hip Hop, but by Viacom itself. What's your thoughts?
When I first got the news of this, I was like, man, what? I was like, huh? I was like, I wonder how this is gonna play out. You know what I'm saying? Because, she part of the culture too, although she's a Latina, she still got some other elements in her that and around her, you know what I'm saying? She understands enough of the culture and the politics and the politics. So on one end, you know, people are defending the situation like, man, she ain't a racist. She wasn't saying it like that, da-da-da, right? And then you sit back and be like, I get what you're saying because she around it every day. You know, I know she know.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard worse on the platform. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, hearing her say, I wish you would have died on that bed, I thought that hit harder than her calling her a blue monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Because it singles Spice out when you say, I wish you would have died on that bed. Or not everyone that looks like you died on that bed. She said, I wish you would have died on that bed. The blue monkey line was like, I get it, because we could talk shit now. I could, you know, if we was just joning right now, off air, off no cameras, and she said that in a playful manner, nobody probably would have took it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was in such a hostile and a direct and aggressive manner that it was like, it made you stop for a minute like, I mean, she ain't have to go there, but I mean, but then it's like, but then she said it hard, and the ooh, ooh, ah, ah, and it was like, then you know she ain't racist because she around it. She around us every day. She got black kids. She deals with, she was married to a black man. You know, you hear certain things apart, and then you step back and be like, well, maybe it was a colorist issue, you know? People say, oh, well, it was colorism. But then it's like a convenient racial undertone because you know, you're like, she ain't racist. But at that moment, she gave it such a energy like, because if we didn't know that was Erica Mena, and she was just a Latina or a white woman doing that, or a woman not of African descent doing that, you was not gonna second guess it. You know, oh, she definitely meant that, right? But because it's Erica, you looking at it and it's kind of like you getting like, that's Erica, but then you getting like this imagery of her doing it and saying, and it's like, but she still she don't mean it like that, does she? So then when you look up and she has the talks with Yandy, Rashida, and Yandy's very like adamant. There's a certain level of compassion as she talking to her like, yo, it's like, I really see her like, sis, tell me you ain't meaning it like that. And also I want you to hold yourself accountable because a lot is on the line, even if you don't realize it. Cause she looking at it from not just a network perspective, she's looking at from a mature.
Absolutely.
A black woman's perspective, and just a mature adult. Like, you know, you realize that if you keep stamping it like this with this type of aggression, after I'm trying to help you dissect what I'm saying here, like you do realize that it's offensive. And then she's like, oh, you chose to be offensive. She's like, hey, like, listen to me. And she's like, oh, it's 2023. You shouldn't even still be tripping off of that. That was like so you know, right? To say that means that you know. And then when she said, it's kind of like, are you sure this is what you're saying? And when she doubled down and was like, and I'll do it again, then to turn around and say, in her, you know, she did an apology, and then also she did another, she made other remarks where she was just like, you know, I'm just as black as some of y'all.
Absolutely.
Right? So if your wherewithal is that on point, on the basis of being just as black as us, then you know that doing that was really out off the scale. It was harsh. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Erica is racist? I don't think Erica racist, but I think that move was like a, what they say, classism, and colorism, and convenient racial classification. It was the convenience of using it when I want to and turn off and it's just tucked away. You know I ain't racist, but if I come out with it's like, well, that wasn't a joke. And you said that you was really upset when you, what you say? You know what I'm saying? You can't play with it. It's just that was a lot of fragility in that convo. It's just a fragile conversation if you're not gonna hold yourself accountable. Cause then you're gonna start like the victim, meaning Erica, she's gonna feel victimized in this situation because she's gonna feel like, oh, everybody turned their back on me and did me like this and all I did was that. But in the doing that, you double down on it when you said because you're just as black. You know what I'm saying? I've been around Erica. I've had some great times with Erica. I never would have said like Erica's on no racist shit. You know what I'm saying? But I just think at that moment, when you peel back certain layers, you know, you get to the truth of it all. It's like when you do your accounting.
Yep.
So we say the word accountability. Once we do accounting and we start peeling back layers and we start realizing, oh, this is where we losing money at. Or this is the most profitable margin right here. This is where now we know. So when you peel back them layers and you know what's going on and still say, fuck it, then people gonna take it like, all right, you meant that.
You know the crazy thing, I was talking to Rich Dollars offline and he echoed everything you just said. He was like, yo, look, Prez, I know this woman. Obviously he knows her. He's like, she's not racist. But one thing he brought to the table that gave me perspective, he was like, you know, the very thing that makes you great, the very thing that makes you marketable, the very thing that makes you somebody who is must-see TV can also be the very thing that's your demise.
Yeah.
He's like, with her, if you get into an argument with Erica, she gonna go for the jugular. She always has. She gonna say the wildest, most hurtful, I know that this is gonna cut you deep thing.
Yeah.
And from his perspective, he was like, that's just what she was doing in that moment.
She's an extremist.
Correct.
Cause she could be like extremely fun and happy. And when that tick, she could be extremely explosive. You like, whoa. Like, whoa. So I think that's what you get with, like you said, the same thing make you laugh or make you cry. The very thing that made her marketable is the same thing that's kind of got her in hot water now. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what the crazy thing is? I don't think Erica, and maybe because, you know, she was married to a black man, she's dated black men, she sees her, I believe Erica's from the Bronx, and I'm from the Bronx. In the Latinos and in the blacks, we're one. Like, you know, we look at each other, we're all.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
So for her.
We're both minorities.
Correct. I don't think she thought for a second that there was going to be a roundtable talk. Women coming out the woodworks. Like literally that storm that she walked into, I don't think she could have foreseen that at all.
Well, you know why? Because it's not often that we, as a class of people, a race of people, step up wholeheartedly in those situations. You understand what I'm saying? And black women a lot of times have to fend for themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you take another woman, I don't care what race you are, and when people are already just like, yo, we fed up with the, stop playing with us. Because, you know, there's certain races and certain religions and cultures you can't play with.
Absolutely.
We've seen it.
You can't even graze.
You kind of get what I'm saying? It's shut down instantly. You know, and people are like, oh, I can't believe y'all treating Erica Mena like that. I think this, y'all just throw the whole show away. But just that fast, y'all don't understand it. Like, yo, if you continue to send this type of signal out, more people will be less comfortable playing with us and or black women. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's the issue. When people are too comfortable, they ain't gonna do shit. What they gonna do, march? I'm saying, see you laugh. Same thing make you laugh, make you cry.
There you go.
We own that, you know what I'm saying? So, because the humor in that was, there's some truth there. Like, what they gonna do? What they gonna fire me? That's kind of how you feel. What they gonna do? So what? I called whoop the whoop. What they gonna do? Fire me? And it's like, they ain't finna do that, right? So what else? What's gonna be the worst thing? So then when you actually get hit with it's like everybody like, what? Then it's somewhere else somebody should be saying, maybe that's a mark. Maybe that's a mark. Maybe that's setting the tone. Don't even play with it. Don't even make no attempts to play with it. No matter how close you are to the culture, don't play with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you wanna keep it 100.
Yeah, I do.
This is bigger than Erica, because it's not like this show was live. It's taped. They knew, like, Love and Hip Hop, the executive producers of Love and Hip Hop had the opportunity to just edit it out. VH1 itself had the opportunity not to air that part. So
you're absolutely
for
right.
every word, for every reason that you're saying that Erica might have felt a bit comfortable, I believe that the show, the network, they didn't realize that this thing was gonna go to the level that it went, and ultimately, she's taking the fall for it.
All right, so let's just say this, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say, as we spoke on, the black women who are maybe, quote unquote, the least protected.
Yeah.
Right? Let's say, boom, this happened. Boom, word gets out. Boom, word. It's going across. People are talking. There's a clamor. There's a chatter amongst these women, and it's silently creating this unsettled energy. And now nobody wants to film with this particular person. Or now people are starting to bring this up to their producers, and the producers are like, and then it's kind of turns into a thing. And as you going, people are recording and filming it. It's all this work. Then when it gets to the point that, I think it's going to be a problem. Well, let's let the people judge, right? Because that's, naturally, like when we pass laws and, you put them in front of the people. Let the people say yay or nay, right? You vote on things or presidents or whatever, you put it in front of the people. So let the people be the judge. Now, once you see the harsh, the kickback from it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh snap, what now? So, because I said it in a scene, kind of like, I felt like, hey, I've heard worse. I've seen worse on this show. Because I can ask you, what hurts worse? If I say you look like you blue monkey, or if I put my hands on you? Are these equal offenses? Is one lesser or greater than the other? Because I'd rather you say something about me than you put your hands on me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So when we look at the franchise or the history of what we have begun to deem reasonable on reality TV, and that's people putting their hands on each other, then there's a lot of people who committed a whole lot of offenses. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And someone say, well, you could get into a fight and be over it tomorrow, but someone can say a racial slur to you that haunts you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious, because some people will look at that offense, the racial slur, being a bigger or greater offense than you physically assaulting me. So I said, I didn't think it was like, I think there's a lot of things that need to be addressed with reality TV, with our franchise and whatnot. And, and of course, I put it out there, I ain't trying to lose my job. I said that in talking to her because I know execs are going to hear it before the public hears it. But and one of the things I said was they put it out there knowing it was going to create a something. You got what you needed for it from it, the ratings, and you let her go. But maybe they didn't just let her go. There's a lot of people on the franchise, on the cast, who like, I'm not going for it.
Mm.
So, and that's the part, that's the, you notice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
People didn't just come together and was like, all right, we'll sit around. No, people was like, yeah, nah, we ain't going for that shit. And so they had to make that move. So I think there's a lot of the unknown in certain situations, because if they would have overlooked it and not fired her, then people would have possibly been upset about that. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
I just know that, hey, look, at a certain age, when you know right from wrong, stop trying to put a smoke field in a smoke shield, smoke screen. Just stand on what you're gonna stand on. It comes out better for you in the end. It will. Just to be truly who you are, be honest, be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Be blatant in your approach. If I love you, I love you. If I don't love you, hey baby, I don't think we need, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Because that's what we're dealing with here. And I think that this thing just backfired on Erica way harder than she probably ever would have thought it would have done. Because, like, again, me and Erica have been cool for a long time, and I never would have said, oh, racist. Even now, I'm not saying racist. I'm just saying bad timing, went too hard. In some people's eyes, right timing, you went just the right amount of hard to expose your hand and be done. Because that's some people are happy that she's out of there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people are very offended that she's out of there. You know what I mean?
Before we switch topics, you said you know right from wrong. And just as Erica may know right from wrong, again, I want to double down on the fact that the show itself knows right from wrong. They had every opportunity to cut that scene, and the network knows right from wrong. They had every opportunity not to air it. So, yeah, it's her words.
What other ramifications come from this, though? Because it's almost like, look, if we don't, we're going to have to let her go. If we let her go, she's not going to be on the contract with us. If she's not going to be on the contract with us, we built up to become this face for reality TV. She goes on to another show, gets her money. We have no involvement. I think you know how corporate works sometimes.
Yep.
Aluminum foil looks nice when it's on that roll, don't it? But the minute you go to touching it and applying pressure, that shit start crumbling and folding and creasing and crinkling, wrinkling, and you can never get it back smooth again.
I like that, Jock.
I'm telling you.
I never even heard that before.
I ain't never heard it either, but I know that's a good analogy.
I like that.
Because once you finish with aluminum foil, people don't really reuse it. They throw it away.
Fair enough. Okay, switch topics with me for a second. Brittany Renner.
Jeez.
Familiar with that name?
A little bit.
All right.
Let me not get too excited on that. Oh, yeah, Brittany. I don't know.
Exactly. You be all over the blogs.
Hey.
Like Jock insinuated.
No, let me not even.
All right. She was on Shannon Sharp's podcast.
Yeah. So.
And, she said her body count is 35 men.
Okay.
Shannon was shocked. Like shocked.
Why was he? Why you think Shannon was shocked?
I don't think he was shocked that it was a high number. I don't think he was shocked like 35 men. I think he thought it was much higher. He was like, yo, you actually came in lower than I expected.
I think it's a little bit of that. And I also think it's the concept of where he's at in age and status, and this woman comes out and says her actual number. No, how often do we have that conversation with women and we actually get a true body count from a woman?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not heard. It's not a thing that's done. Women are like cats. They're just not telling you unless it's it's super low number. That's when you hear, oh, I'm on one hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm on three fingers. I can keep it all in count under two hands. You're not hearing a woman tell you their number. So the fact that she was that open, I think that threw him off. Because in real life, he don't know if he want to believe it or not. The crazy part is it's such a taboo kind of topic. It's so different that when we talk about it, watch this, we can't really say if it's a high number or a low number. That's just where we at in today's society. I can't even say if it's a high number or a low number, because realistically, I have to think, if a woman is in her 30s, if she's 30 years old, and I think Brittany got to be like 30, 35.
Yeah, she about 35.
Okay, so 35. Let's say she's been sexually active since she was, let's say, 18, 19. I'm just going to put a little respect on. Let's say she ain't hit till she was 20. In 15 years, being that attractive.
If she slept with 2 guys a year, that's 30 dudes right there.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, and that's the concept of us not being used to certain topics in a conversation. Who can you imagine if somebody asked Beyonce what was her body count?
Well, we know what she gonna say.
We don't know what she gonna say.
Hell yeah, we know what she gonna say. I saw a documentary and Beyonce insinuated that Jay-Z was the only one. Now, do we believe it?
But I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying is, we give a Beyonce
some
the
grace.
respect of a queen, right?
Correct.
That's why, and the word, that is a good word, grace. So we're not gonna even ask a Beyonce we're not gonna even, it's like, you really that bold? Because she would walk out of the interview.
Correct.
It wouldn't even be no interview. Like, you probably would never interview again after that. You kind of get what I'm saying? So to ask a woman in an interview, what's your body count? Nah.
But let's just keep it 100.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Beyonce. We're talking about Brittany Renner.
I know.
So that question for Brittany Renner is fair ball.
Okay, no. See, no. That's where you're wrong. You said what you just did? That was very immature of you, sir. I think much higher of you. See, that's the type of grace that most women are supposed to have in any conversation. It's kind of like they say, you never ask a woman her age. You don't ask a woman her body count, whether she's the queen or trash on the street. Because if she was trash on the street, you wouldn't even care what her body count was. You wouldn't even want to know. And if she was a queen, you'd have enough respect to know not to. You kind of get what I'm saying? So the across the board, that's just not something we ask women. So I thought that's what was crazy, but that's the mindset that you just said. Well, this is Brittany Renner. Why not be? But I thought that it's certain rules that we just don't. And that could be old school. We could consider that old school. But I thought that was interesting. But like you said, 2 guys a year from the age of 20 to 35 would give her 30 bodies.
Yep.
And in a sense, you would say, well, that's really kind of good, because there's some women getting 30 bodies a year.
Yeah.
30 bodies biannually, 6 months. It's happening, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, Shannon probably didn't think it was going to be a higher number, though. I ain't going to lie.
Nah, that's the way I read into it. I mean, I think Shannon was caught off guard because he went into it expecting that it was going to be double that number.
A higher number.
Yeah, speaking of that, like, what's considered a high number or too high for a young jock?
I ain't gonna hold with you, man. Bro, tell me she done been smashed 35 times. I know, man, I would be like, It's unfair, man. It's kind of unfair. It's unbalanced. Because the average guy could definitely say they done had 35 bodies.
Without a doubt.
Right? And you expect not to be judged because on one hand, amongst men, you're going to be kind of like praised for the higher number, I guess. It's just a testosterone thing. It's a competitive thing, nature of a man in the wild, his many conquests. But when you talking, a woman, I don't want to know a woman's count. How many man boyfriends you had? Don't tell me about your one-offs. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff you don't want to know. Because, see, women have extra things going on, too, just as men do. Because what if she had some girlfriends on the side? Them bodies, too. What if she done got G? Them bodies. Menage a trois, them bodies. You know, I'm just saying, I don't want to know. I do want to know, but I don't want to know. You know what I'm saying? What if when you just met people, it just came with a whole little download? You know, what movie that was? Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we just grab the ponytail, hook it to the tree. God damn, you got boy, you done had some bodies on you. Shit. Okay, all right. You had the common cold 72 times. Okay, you doing good. Never had the flu. I saw you caught COVID one time. Oh, you caught it twice. Okay. What if you could see somebody's full rundown? Would you,
you wouldn't even want to know.
That's what I'm saying. So some stuff you don't want, you know what I mean? If you could just know the rundown, if I could just look at you and see on top of your head, bing, scammer. You're like, oh shit, this bitch ain't shit. Bing, the one. How you doing, queen? But I don't know, 35, again.
You know what's crazy? Cause it's such a double standard. You like 35, but if I asked you, yo, Jock, what's your body count?
Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo, Jock, this is good.
Hey man, don't do that. We're not gonna do that. You know, hey man, just don't do that.
Just say it's a double standard out there. We get it.
It is very interesting fact. Most entertainers, most people that are recognizable, you know, I always tell people if you can recognize a person, you can acknowledge them a lot easier. So a lot of times when you're celebrated, you're acknowledged more than the common man, naturally. And the more acknowledgement you get, the more bodies you're probably gonna have. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, let's just take, for example, sometimes a celebrity could just walk in somewhere. You might have the most money within the 5 feet around you. That you might have the most, you know what I'm saying, wealth or whatever, right? But in that immediate circle, people are trying to do things for you. Hey man, let me get you a drink, man. Women, hey, what's up? Oh, let me get you a drink. Get him one. You're like, damn, appreciate it. You know, it's kind of interesting. So sometimes, being a celebrity, you could be just chilling, and a woman will just, man, yo, I'm gonna tell you, it's really interesting. When you walk into a place, you scan the room, you might see something like, wow, she's nice. Go on about your business. It's nothing wrong to it be able to acknowledge, right? I don't recognize her, but I recognize that she's attractive. I also recognize that she's with a guy, and because I'm gonna acknowledge that, and the fact that I'm married, I'm gonna look the other way anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm sitting at the bar chilling or having dinner or whatever, and then you just open the phone and bing, it's a picture of her sitting in the same spot you just saw her at, or possibly saw her at, saying, I saw you looking. Like, nah. Hold on. And just that fast, you in. You kind of get what I'm saying? You don't need nobody's phone number no more. The access to hook up, the accessibility is it's just so great. It's so easy now. I thought it was easy when I was younger. Now you don't really have to do nothing. If you could, especially like with social media, if you could just look like you got some shit going, they gonna put out. So the numbers could be really high, man, even for women now. That's probably why you thought that the numbers were even higher for her now.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you look at a lot of the celebrity women, they could be like, we could think of them as, oh, you're so this, that, but they be running through some other celebrities. Some other, you know, it's like, nah, you got a different boy. Okay, oh, this I knew. Okay, this gonna be the one. Oh, I ain't like how he did her. Oh, y'all look so good together. Oh, he ain't shit. Oh, damn, she took a hiatus. Then you be like, oh, damn, she ain't no.
Yeah.
Heart broke so many times, ran through. You know, it'd be weird shit, like, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I thought when I heard 35, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't know where to go. I ain't know if I want to be like, I ain't want to pass judgment, but I was like, but is it more? Or I'm like, but she could be telling the truth because 35 is a lot of times. And she done said, okay. She done probably looked back 35 times. That's a lot of times.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more than 35 times, but with 35 different people behind you, how you doing? Oh, you the flame of the week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Shit.
Nicki Minaj husband. Shout to Nicki. You know, her husband, he might stay in the news just about as much as she do. This guy's on house arrest. Him, some of his goons went on the gram and was threatening Offset. You know, basically, this man is on, well, let me get my words right. He's a registered sexual offender.
Okay.
So I believe that comes with certain parameters, no different than if you're on parole. He go out there, he's making these threats on the gram. Offset laughs him off, calls him and his boys broke. He get arrested and he got 4 months house arrest. You hear about this?
I definitely heard about it. And of course I reported on it. We know what that is. It's when your level of comfortability is just through the roof. I'm comfortable, I'm good. Can't touch me. It's a pride. You know, they say pride before destruction. You know, I think some people can't get under your skin, man. You know what I'm saying? I think homie, you know, let Offset and Cardi get under his skin for real. And there's a lot of instigating going on too. A lot of people that was on the gram that week just keeping up stuff on their own about the whole situation before that happened. I just think that, like I said, when it came to the comfortability, homie felt comfortable. He was probably with some of his day ones, some niggas who know him from the streets type shit, and he know these niggas from when they was, or he just know, you know what I mean? And you feeling so good, you feel unstoppable, you say and do things that you probably normally wouldn't because you know better. At that moment, he wasn't thinking about Nicki. His dudes wasn't thinking about Nicki. I mean, they know they right here with Nicki, her husband. They know they got there, it's a bag gonna make sure everything's straight, so they ain't worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I think they was just a little too comfortable, man, and that was just a immature move on Buddy for that one, cause he got to pay for it. Like that's like I mean, under his household, kind of where it matters the most. That's for them to, you know, to deal with, but we don't know, cause that could have been one of them straws that made Nicki be like, yo, don't you ever. Are you crazy? But then on the other hand, you know, we don't really know how Nicki could be at the house like, yeah, ain't nothing. So what? Let them know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. The people closest to them, and they know, but the outside looking in, we don't know. I don't know if Nicki condoned it. I don't know if she condoned it because I don't think I saw anything that she said she didn't condone that behavior or mannerism. I don't know. And then I didn't see nothing where she said she's supporting that. You know, it's kind of like you got.
Okay, I want to read something to you.
Okay, let's go.
Vlad put out a tweet.
Yeah.
Got 7 million impressions. I want to read it verbatim. And it might answer your question where you said, I don't know if she condoned it, but I don't know that she don't condone it.
Yeah, I read it. I read it.
He says, Nicki Minaj's husband is on house arrest for threatening Offset. Right after that, she previews a song on IG saying she got killers who pull up and do whatever she say. This is the same Nicki who threatened to send her husband to Academic's house for his comments about her. This is the same Nicki who told Meek Mill to have his crew beat up Quentin Miller, which then happened. Have you ever heard a woman scream, my man will F you up over something she started herself? That's Nicki. If you want to see how these stories end, check out my interview with, and Vlad is good for shameless promotion, but if you want to see how the story end, check out my interview with Travis Rudolph. After an argument with his girlfriend, she sent her brother and 3 other guys to shoot up his house. One of them ended up dead.
I reported
the other one got shot. Travis was charged with murder, which he luckily beat in the trial
he got off.
due to self-defense.
Yeah.
To all the men out there, I don't care how fat her ass is or how good the sex is, avoid women like Nicki who use men as crash dummies like the plague. I said what I said. Does that answer your question?
Could be a lot of truth in that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that kind of shit be happening out here in the streets, for real.
Absolutely.
We're not gonna even act like it don't happen. I'm just saying, again, that lyrics and bars is one thing. But how somebody really feel at home, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a rapper telling you he'll never call the police. He'll never talk to the police. He'll never cooperate with the police. But somebody come in here and kill somebody in your home, your family, your daughter, your son, your mother, your lady. What you gonna do? See, we could talk the lyrics and all that, but when the real shit come down to it, who are you really? You're gonna call the police. You have to call the police.
Yep.
You're not gonna just call the ambulance. You can't just, you know what I'm saying? If you don't call the police, then you're gonna put them in the car and take them to the hospital. But who's doing that? So I'm not saying people don't. Hell, same cat that killed my cousin. Popped my cousin on the sofa, bop in the head. While him and his brother came in, my cousin girl come out the back. Fire, she letting off. They shooting back. Bow, she get hit 2-3 times. She hit one of the brothers in the head. Bow. He pick his brother up, put him in the truck, right? I pull up to the scene. I get the car. My cousin just left from with me, my brother. So I'm like, nah, he just left us. Like, he was just with us last night. Like, didn't leave till early this morning. I get to the house, I see a red hat on the ground. Like, damn. Go to the hospital. I'm in the hospital. I'm in the ER, back there in the back. It's a dude back there crying. We back there crying. We don't know who that dude back there for. When we pulled in, we saw a truck that was in the front, like a little Cherokee. It was taped off. It wasn't taped off. But when we left, it was taped off. The whole time we standing here next to the dude, because his brother back there, they both, my cousin and his brother she ended up shooting she shot the brother. So we sitting here with the killer.
Damn.
Don't even know it.
Damn.
Until I see the shit on the news. I'm just saying, man. Shit different out here. That don't mean everybody on that shit, but I do think, like Nicki, I said it before, Nicki it appears that Nicki has stood on the shit she say. I mean, Nicki got a different type of backing. She's had a different type of backing for quite some time. And she's clever. I just think now things are getting out of hand a little more because you got more women who are not scared to be vocal. These young girls, they're like, man, we don't give a fuck about all that. We ain't gotta be at the top of the top, but we out here getting racks. We got them iced out. We riding foreign. We got money. I don't gotta be blackball me, bitch. You got these. I done heard these girls say it. So they're more vocal, and it's more of them now, which means that more can join forces to be against Team Nicki, or it's more could join forces and be with Team Nicki. So I don't know. I just think Nicki ain't scared to goddamn stand on her shit. I mean, it just seemed like she don't care.
Nah, I mean, K. Michelle, I don't know if you've seen, she came out and was basically like, Nicki told Meek when she was with Meek, she told Meek,
take the chain back.
Take your chain
took
back
the song
and then
shit.
took the song.
Shit be happening like that out here though. Nah, shit be happening like, cause some people, sometimes certain artists, they move off of certain principles. You know what I'm saying? And when you got an artist who's a diehard like schemer, and a person who understands it's more than just me having hit music to be seen a certain way, it's some artists who could do their own PR work because they're just that good. And the thought of that says that. She's like, look, nah. Look, I'm fucking with you. Ain't no other rap bitch or rap nigga gonna be able to rap about me saying I'm with you, but you really fucking with K. Michelle because she wearing a motherfucking Dream Chaser chain, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And goddamn, you on her album and all this. Nah, nigga. Cause wasn't it Love for Sale? Now what was it? What the song?
I don't
Some
even
shit.
remember.
So,
I don't even.
but I could just hear. But see, this is what I'm saying. Nikki probably was like, yeah, nah, nigga. I don't even want it to look like could possibly be a chance right there. Don't even play with that. Get your chain back. And I know women like that. And you know what's kind of interesting? If a woman could get you to see it her way and it makes sense, that shit is kind of attractive. If she could get you to think about it from her point of view to keep shit right between y'all, and she makes sense, not just because she in her feelings, but she makes sense, and you can rock with that, you got a boss bitch on your hands, right? You know what I'm saying? No, for real. No, for real. Serious. Because, I mean, when I first read it, I was like, then I sit back, I'm like, well, this is like if I'm with my lady and she got a nigga in her chain. Hey,
that's real. No, that's real.
Hey, look, do me a favor. You gonna have to repo that. Gonna have to. What you mean, gonna have to? We ain't playing that. Oh, that's friends, cool, and nah. That nigga ain't signed. Is he signed to you? He not? All right. We'll need that back. Because I'm not finna be out here talking about you mine and another nigga wearing your chain. And that always get him to, well, he ain't got to even ever touch you, but he can just kind of, if somebody says something, keep it 100, you fucking some woo-woo, ain't you? And he like, man, y'all tripping. He ain't never touched her, but just the fact that he got her chain on, he doing that, it's like, ooh, oh no. Don't even play. There's no room for error. So yeah, I saw that story, Nikki.
Yo, you know, random, before we leave Nikki alone, do you ever think her and Cardi is gonna squash their beef? Because essentially, I don't even know what that beef is about. It's not even about nothing.
Some people just never get over that shit, man. It's certain levels of disrespect that just, you know, you got people like, y'all gotta be bigger than that. It's for the culture. Some people ain't not looking at the culture. It's like, it's personal, man. This ain't got shit to do with the culture. Like, yo, I don't rock with you. I don't like how you handle me. You said this, you was trying to be slick about that. I heard about this, I know that. What you ain't know, that was my engineer that was in the studio. We was doing all that sucker ass talking you was doing. You know, you don't never know what it be. Some people just can't let go. I don't know if they'll ever, ever be cool or not. I don't know. I know this latest act just added another 5 years of them not being cool. You know what I'm saying? Because the way homie them kept showing that, her husband dudes kept showing the address where they was at, it was almost like they was insinuating they know where Offset was. Like we over in the area, boy, we close to you, boy. We ain't telling nobody, but you know what it mean. And anybody who on the fuck shit we on, they know what this mean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why it was funny, like, he was coming out the jet like, boy, I ain't nowhere near there. That shit happened to me one time, and that shit was not a good feeling. I was in L.A.
So, some goons was like,
yeah, man. Dude had them booked the show and some shit, with some other shit going on, man. And somebody was like, man, some dude down in the lobby. Yeah. And like, I think it's a promoter. Some people went down there, checked on the promoter, like, yeah, you know what, these are my niggas, they put the money up, whoop. Shit was cool, and next thing you know, man, went over to do a sound check, and I was like, this is a nice ass spot, you know what I'm saying? But when I went to do the sound check, it was like something wasn't right. I was like, yeah, it's close to opening hours, and this looked like this place ain't gonna open. And I was like, everything all right? They was like, yeah. You know, everybody just gotta handle their business, and we good. So that instantly sent a red flag. I was like, maybe somebody and all the money ain't paid for the venue or something. It just sounded like it was some bullshit. So when I get there, it was like when we got to do the party, it was like they was just opening the doors, and it was like yo, it's 11, it's like 12 o'clock at night. What's going on? So I knew something. So when I get back to the hotel, they like, I just went upstairs. What I did was, I went upstairs right quick to grab something, because we were gonna try to run and grab something to eat. And when I came back, the people from the hotel called me. Dude wanted to hook me up with some of his people that had a clothing line. He called me, like, yo, I just want to tell you, homie, you know, I ain't trying to be on no 12 shit, no, I ain't snitching on, but the niggas down here, a lot of these niggas talking real saucy, they like real mad, like they bought that business on your head. And I was like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? So then dude went to call, and like, yeah, I'm just letting you know, man, we here, man. Y'all niggas ain't show up to the club. I'm like, bro, we showed up. And it just was like, it was trying to create an issue. I was like, bro, we went to the club, nigga, I was down. What are you talking about? I got video of me out there. Well, yeah, nigga, well, you need to come on outside and come on and talk to me in the lobby. I was like, so I didn't go back to that hotel, but the niggas was trying to get me.
Yeah.
And the niggas, and let me tell you what fucked me up in this shit. You ready for this? Nigga talking like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna need you to send that bread back, that deposit back, boy. Woo. I was like, hey, my nigga, look here, man, all that tough talk, that's cool, bro. I showed up. Y'all, whatever y'all had going on, your club wasn't even open, da-da-da. He was like, all right, I'll tell you what, don't send that money back. He said, you stay at such and such, don't you? That nigga said my real address to my house. That shit put a whole nother level of, wait a minute, my nigga. That shit put another level of, I wasn't scared, but I was aware that he know where I live. I was like, hold on, dog. And that's what I felt like they was doing with the Offset. She just let them know, like, we on your head. Anyway.
Yo, by the way, what city was that in?
I was in L.A. Yeah, I was in
LA. Yeah,
LA.
you did say that.
Yeah, I was in LA. Yeah. It was crazy because I did everything I was supposed to do. It was just it was an interesting night. Me and my brother got into it. My brother's like, man, them niggas ain't finna do nothing. You on that sucker ass shit. You act like you scared of these niggas. Nigga, I'm about that life type shit. I'm like, all right, he did all that shit. Then when the niggas started FaceTiming us from my room at that hotel, I was like, I'm showing my brother like, all that shit you talking about gangster, you mad at us because we running. But these niggas over here on some other shit. Boy, these niggas out here got sticks at the door. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta be aware, man. Sometimes shit could look corny to you, right? Like, niggas ain't about that. But niggas is about all that.
Yeah, and
Killers don't always look like what you think.
Where it was, that ain't your backyard.
It ain't my backyard.
It's not your backyard. So you could, no knock to your brother or nobody else. But you could, all that extra tough talk. I
wasn't worried about
this
none of that
is
shit.
not your home. It's their home.
It's their home. I wasn't worried about none of that shit. We went and booked all new hotel rooms, boy. I was like, boy, I don't give a shit about that. Hotel, and it was the day of. We was in town for I can't remember what it was. It was a bunch of shit going on. I was just like, bro, I'm finna spend this money. I ain't gonna spend like $5,000 just on hotel rooms.
Yo, and by the way, did you ever give back that deposit?
The nigga tried to talk me to go to the Western Union. When he said, I'm sitting here thinking, when you said that shit, it took me back to that moment because the nigga said my address. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought it was smarter for me to just play the game the way he needed it to be played. Cause anything after that, it was gonna have to be some issues. So I gave the nigga half of his deposit back. Cause he hit me and was like, look, bro, I ain't mean to come at you about where you live, but my nigga, these niggas done finessed me and they pointed me out like you was doing the finesse. I'm like, how I'm doing the finesse? I'm here, I showed up. He was like, look, my nigga, just you can work with me. And I was like, all right, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I send nigga half the deposit back, right? Like 3 years later, I get booked. I'm out here in Phoenix. The nigga walk up to me, I see the nigga, I'm like, this ain't, I'm like, oh shit. And the nigga like, yo, I just want to tell you, nigga, I told you it'll be good. I fuck with you, nigga. This is my show, I booked it, nigga. I'm sitting here like, oh shit. Like, this nigga, who is this nigga? This shit like a scene from a Batman movie. This nigga keep popping up like the Riddler or some shit. Like, nigga, what? But yeah, see, some nigga would have called me soft. Some would say, oh, nigga, I wouldn't. Nah.
Nigga, I'm calling you smart. Nah. I'm calling you grown. I'm calling you sensible.
Hey, because look, when he said my address.
Yo, Jock, it ain't even worth it. Like, you ain't got to explain.
That nigga said my home address. He didn't say one of the spots. I had spots, boy. Okay. They were getting a dumb check. I had spots. We was doing all kind of shit. Boy, that nigga said my address. it was like no winning in the situation at that moment. Like I got away right now, but this nigga just said my home address. That's a different level of I'm on your head, boy.
Yeah,
like play with me if you want. That's not normal.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. It's no winning, period. Because if he gets you, it's a wrap. You get him, it's a wrap. It's no winning for a person like you.
Yeah.
So you might as well be intelligent and smart about it and keep moving.
I gave mad a deposit back.
Yeah.
And I was mad about it too, but I felt so much better because once he laid it out, I was like, I see how the play went. He putting the money up with some promoters out here, and they running the 1-2 on him. I peeped it. After a while, I was like, I see what happened. I can see why a nigga be mad thinking nigga playing. Well, like, okay, gotcha. Because I ended up eventually having to show him, like, bro, I sent you drops. You asked for drops, I sent you drops. Well, nigga, they was saying you ain't never sent the drops. He go to text me, because he never talked to me like.
Mm-hmm.
But when that nigga started talking that gangster shit and said my home address, I was like, you know what, man? I'm not one trying to be one of them niggas on the list, man. I just not, I ain't ready.
Nah. You don't want to be that dude. Trust me.
Man, then I spent extra money getting the other hotel room. You kind of get what I'm saying? So I was out of more money than it was a fast transaction. It was like, shit, we here. And this shit happening. And then we was deep. It wasn't and the reason we ended up spending so much on hotel, it wasn't like it was a few of us.
So you had to get hotel rooms for a whole crew, the entourage.
Yeah, we was deep, bro. It was like, we was deep. We had women with us and everything. We was deep. It was probably like 22 of us. Yeah, that ain't, some people like that ain't deep, but.
No, that's deep.
Deep coming from Atlanta to LA.
To the West Coast.
All on the same flight, lit, type shit, kicking it. 2 vehicles, 2 big ass vans type shit. That's a lot of people on another coast. Everybody together. That's a good amount of people, you know what I'm saying? That's like your immediate crew if you're on tour type shit.
Yeah. Yo, I want your take on this.
Uh-oh.
Jermaine Dupri said he invented making it rain. Southside reacted. It was like, no, you didn't, brother. I invented making it rain.
Southside, the producer Southside?
Yeah.
What he mean he invented making it rain?
That's what he said. Who actually created it?
I think it's the fanfare of some drunk person throwing the money up. Or some guy wanting to let it be known he got money, because don't get me wrong, JD had money for a long time. JD rocked with a lot of cats in certain places. You wasn't seeing people throw their money. You know the big thing with a stripper, that was your way you got to touch her.
It's throwing that money up.
No. You get the touch by putting the money in the garter belt.
Yeah.
You put the money on the side of a thongs type shit. That was your cheat code to touch. Like, you know what I'm saying? So somebody had to be like, fuck it. I don't gotta touch this bitch. Let the money touch her. So, I mean, I don't know who. I'm not even finna get in that debate. That shit is senseless. Who gives a fuck? I don't care which one of the niggas created it. Because it's one of the craziest, it's the most beautiful thing in the world for our economy when it comes to the way the strippers get the money and how they go and spend it back out. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing for the economy in a sense, but.
You said for the economy.
Nah, because it's like dope money for them. It's fast money. It come fast, it go faster. So it's boom, it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Because I think it's the craziest shit in the world. We try to impress our own to say we got money, but once you throw it in the air, it's useless. It disappeared. The power that you had for having that, it immediately diminishes. The power is gone. Because you got to keep doing that. It's like, because you did this one time, you hit a lick or something. That's how people look at it. So for these young cats who into that thinking that that's the move, nobody on that shit. You got to have some real paper to be out here just throwing your money away.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to do it. Because the worst thing you can do is be like, I throw a 10. You throw a 10 and because you're a celebrity or somebody know you, then you got all these girls around you. You get all these girls around you and you throw a 10, they talking shit about you. Because they only walked away with like $600 from you each type shit. Because they all got to split it and they all got to pay a house fee, a DJ fee type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they like, your 10,000 don't mean shit to them. So they ain't getting no real money off of you. It's a nigga coming out. I was in there one night with Dwight Howard and JD. Magic City. Dwight Howard threw like probably about $50,000, $48,000. Niggas was up to their shins and ones. Crazy.
Yo, you wanna know what's crazy? I mean, I'm sure Dwight Howard did his thing, but he ain't do it. I remember being in the club with BMF back in the days.
Nigga, I watched Allen Iverson.
Hold on. Tell me if Allen did it this way.
Let's hear.
They was you know them hefty bags?
Yeah.
Like literally them hefty, them big old green plastic garbage bags. They was coming in and had a line of dudes bringing them in, full to the rim, with whatever. They wasn't putting money in their hands, throwing it up. They was taking the bag and waving it and letting the money come out and rain that way.
Yeah.
Was Allen doing it like that?
It was one night I was Wingo, Chino Dollar, AI, Meech was in there. It was kind of interesting, man. It was just the craziest thing to see niggas doing jump shots with the 1,000 pack. The whole 1,000, the whole bundle.
Yep.
You know what that shit look like or feel like to get hit in the back? You trying to dance? I mean, I don't know what it feels like. I'm just saying, I can imagine niggas doing jump shots or acting like they quarterback pass. Like, yo, I was like, yo, this is a different kind of rich.
Different.
I had never seen nothing like it, you know what I mean? But all that shit is, I ain't mad at it, you know what I'm saying? I just learned like, okay. So when I see like players, and they got one or two of the baddest with them, and they just tip her good, I understand it more. I understand it better now.
Yeah.
Because she gonna get the money opposed to the money getting thrown out there and everybody still talking shit about your money. I just spent $10,000. What are you talking about? Well, I ain't get but 500 of it. Hey, I mean, hey, you know, that's a funny argument though.
Your man Drake, he ain't no stranger to strip clubs or strippers. And speaking of Atlanta, that culture, y'all made that whole strip club culture something mainstream. But he said that Atlanta is the most important place for rap music. You agree or disagree? We obviously know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
No, I agree. I've said this shit for years. And what I said for years was, look at it, we have one of the most busiest airports in the world.
Yep.
The busiest airport. You know what I'm saying? The busiest airport in the world. We got a baseball team, we got a football team, got a basketball team, we got a soccer team. We even had a hockey team, the Thrashers. After a tragic situation took place, it seemed like that kind of dismantled to make way for the soccer. But you got a conglomerate of HBCUs. So when people touch down here, man, it's so enriched with culture. It's so like, oh man, some of the most brilliant black minds from all over the country are right here. You know, people who are here for a higher education. So when you walking around and you see 3,000 people at an event or a park or a network or something, it ain't just niggas. It ain't just eggplants and peaches. It's for real kings and queens walking around this motherfucker. They know the culture. They're moving the culture forward. They're here for the advancement of the culture, our way of life. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't just looking at groups of just ignorant ass people. You're looking at people who love music, who know the music, who know how to promote the music. You're looking at scholars, you're looking at lawyers, you're looking at doctors, you're looking at accountants, you're looking at politicians. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at people who, cause see, you go to some cities and it could be talent in that city. They're like, oh man, these got some of the hardest rappers ever, right? But the difference with Atlanta is you got scholars right here to help the best rappers. You got a nigga who went right to school right here who knows communication. This person is in PR. So you go to these other cities and markets, they have some rappers, producers here and there, right? Then everybody who hang out with them who want to be the next rapper, that's cool. But here you got the rapper, you got the attorneys, you got the PR, you got management, you got road management, you got people who understand marketing, promotion, you got accountants, it's so many different tiers of positions and practices and mindsets. And that's why this place is important. And like you said, when you got the strip culture, like those are the A&Rs.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, bro, can't hear nothing you saying. Oh, okay. All she want to hear is what her take home number is at the end of the night, and her body is gonna move to whatever music makes her feel the best.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you put that all in correlation, this is a sacred place. Don't fuck with it. You feel me?
I agree with you.
That's just how I go.
And I don't think anybody who understands the culture would disagree with that statement. This is probably, it's arguably, if not the most important place in hip hop. It is. Will that be different a year, 2 years from now? I don't know. Y'all done had this thing for a minute.
Again, if you go to New York, well, some people will say it's the birthplace, right?
Yep. It is the birthplace.
I want
Be clear.
I wonder if you were going to stand on that, my man. I wanted to see if you was going to stand on it, man. It is. So look, here's the thing though. There's less of us in charge there. It's less of us who can make shit move, who can move the needle there in those buildings where it's important. It's very expensive to live there. Very congested there. You kind of get what I'm saying?
No, it's all
you come here, like right now, I remember my attorney and Jeff, I'll never forget, they came to my house and they like, yo, you living like this? Like I knew you was getting money, but you living like this? And I'm looking at them like,
you not?
No. I'm like, this ain't even shit yet. Not for real. Not what I'm trying to be. I'm like, this nice, yeah, don't get me wrong. And I remember telling them my mortgage, and they was like, what? I pay that for a fucking 1-bedroom in New York. I'm like, sure. I'm sorry to hear that, baby.
Nah, I remember when I first started coming to Atlanta.
Square feet at the time, elevator in the crib, remote control, goddamn swimming pool. I'm talking about 7-car garage, 20-seat theater. Like, they like, yo, niggas coming from LA. Yeah, my man was like, yeah, I just bought a crib in LA. I dropped $1.2 million on it. I was like, really? My nigga balling. I gotta pull up on you when I'm out there, my boy. Man, I pulled up on that nigga crib. I was like,
1,000 square feet.
I was like, nigga, is this safe out here? Nigga, this 1.2, nigga, but this shit look like the hood. Don't get me wrong. When I walked through the nigga shit, I was like, okay, I see some little marble and shit. I some different windows, maybe, nigga. You got a little pool. Oh, you got some little LED lights on it. Nigga, not no 1.2 million, though. So when you came to Atlanta, you could get here because we had the means by the airport, Delta's hub. You talking about the real estate. You could come and get you some land, boy. You gonna get you a crib for the real. If you paying, you start talking $5,000 a month, you go to Cali with $5,000 a month. Yeah, okay. Go to New York with five bands a month. You're going to be okay, but you ain't going to be like, yo, you'll be like, all right, cool. You're getting by. You're on your way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you come here, and you're surrounded by all these brilliant black minds. Come on, dog. And all this talent, these people who understand. Because see what happens, I done said it on this platform before. When you get all these people from all these different places and you put them in a room together and everybody agree on one thing, guaranteed that one thing gonna work. Because it's influence, it's showing it's showing the needle that it moves as a whole collectively. Because you got all this, it's a diverse group of people from all over this land. So if everybody in this room, if it's a representative, it's damn near a representative from everywhere where we at in Atlanta, in the club. You go in the club, like, where you from? Oh, shit, I'm from D.C. Okay, where you from? I'm from Virginia. Where you from? Oh, Charlotte. Where you from? Oh, Houston. Where you from? Oh, St. Louis, Chicago, Detroit, L.A., Oakland. I'm from Phoenix. I'm like I'm from New Orleans. You know, I'm from Mississippi. I'm from Florida. You're like, God damn, everybody here. So when people in that room hear something and collectively get on one accord, ding, 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 it's gonna win because we showing universally it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. This is so crazy because I'm having a deja vu moment.
Mm-hmm.
2 days ago, not even 48 hours ago, I had this exact same conversation with my man Ron, videographer, Vlad TV.
Mm-hmm.
He from New York.
Mm-hmm.
Went to LA, did his thing out there, worked on movie sets, the whole nine, and now he shoot here in Atlanta. And every word you said, he told me verbatim.
It's the truth.
Verbatim.
It's no fluff on that. That's not like, you don't, what I just said, you don't have to be smart to come up with that. That's a facts-based scenario. I'm just telling you, like, come on, what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Stick with Drake for a second.
Talk to me.
Drake, I'm not quite sure the relationship he got with Charlamagne or Charlamagne got with him.
Mm-hmm.
Is it love? Is it hate? Is it somewhere in the middle? But Charlamagne, and shout out to Charlamagne, good brother for many years. He's doing what he do. He got a job.
He moves his needle.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But he speaks his truth.
Yeah.
And in a lot of cases, I agree. Most people would agree with what he has to say. He speaks truth. So he was like, yo, Drake put a record out with SZA, and it was quiet.
You didn't hear about it till the next Friday.
Correct. But that record ended up going number one. It's still a Drake effect. Like, be clear. I didn't think Charlamagne said nothing wrong. But Drake came back, and he had something to say. You're on radio here in Atlanta. You got a job to do. Was Charlamagne out of line? Is this just a Charlamagne Drake thing?
Nah. See, here's the thing. Collectively, if you're an expert at something or you're a professional at something, I think it's fair for you to stand on your square and don't be caught up in public opinion all the time. You kind of get what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
if everyone had the same hobby, would it be a hobby? It wouldn't be a hobby. It would just be a way of life.
Yeah, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If everybody on earth rapped, it would not be like a career. It would be like just everybody rap. Because it's like we talk. Everybody talk. Everybody that can talk and communicate. What if everybody talk and communicated for a living? How could it work? Because everybody would have to get paid to do it, type shit. So I think when people do what they believe in and stand on it, that's meant for you. That's your niche. That's your specialty. That's your thing. And I remember I first met Charlamagne. Charlamagne and Wendy Williams. And here's an interesting fact. Me and Charlamagne talked not long ago. And although we both have morning shows, his show, of course, get more notoriety than mine. It's been around longer. The way that thing has been set up, where they're located, just the way, it has worked. And my thing is starting to blossom now more. But we spoke not long ago, and Charlamagne was saying, hey, man, you ever want to come on the show with the Whoop or vice versa? Excuse me, that was interesting to me, because I was like, damn, that's It's crazy. Like I ain't think, I don't know if my people gonna let it happen, but I respected that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's what's up. Now, not if they're gonna let it happen, if they would approve of it. Because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna want to do. You know what I'm saying? If I chose to do that. But Charlamagne, when I first met Charlamagne, you know what happened? Being interviewed by him and Wendy Williams.
Wendy said something out of pocket?
Actually, the opposite.
Are you serious?
Wendy was like, I like you. I want to continue to interview you. Charlamagne was like, why? The boy got one song. What else he gonna talk about, Wendy? Sheesh.
Hold on. You was in the same room?
What you mean? It was me, Wendy, Charlamagne. What the fuck you saying?
How the hell did you react at that moment?
Yo, I was just looking at, cause I'm thinking, cause I'm like, cause I know that, you know, Atlanta, we didn't really have shock jocks. We didn't have shock jocks on the radio. You know, New York is that kind of place.
Was I with you at that time?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yes. You probably even had part in setting the shit up. Yes. Yes, you don't remember?
I probably stepped out the room because I'm like, I had to be in the room.
You had to be with me, yeah. So it's possible that you was out the room and when it was like, no, Charlamagne, I like this guy. He's different. He's actually intelligent. Stick around. We'll be back with more with Young Jock. And then he was like, so I'm looking at Charlamagne like, I guess this is how these niggas flow. New York, this is New York shit, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know he from, but I'm saying, I was just like, well, this is New York radio. Fuck it, I'm not mad. So we went to another break and Charlamagne said some more crazy shit. And I laughed. I was like, yo, give me a chance, my nigga. And it's so interesting for us to be able to get on the phone, have a civilized conversation, mano a mano, and have enough respect as brothers to be what it is. So you just never know with these relationships. Sometimes people like a little, because I know you're going to stay within the guidelines of it all. You kind of get what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like Charlamagne know Drake ain't going too far out of bounds, and Drake knows Charlamagne not going to go too far out of bounds.
You know, but the interesting thing about him, right? I don't know that he says anything that ain't true. He say what's the obvious. It might ruffle some feathers, which it often does, but I don't know if it's not true because when you really think about it,
sometimes you can't just say it's true because some things can be an opinion.
It's his
opinion,
yep.
And because you may agree with his opinion, still does not make it true. It may be truth in what he's observed to get to the notion of what he's speaking on, but that doesn't mean it's true.
It's true. Fair enough. Before we segue from Drake, he gifted Sexyy Red with an iced out Cartier watch. Yo, what's your thoughts on Sexyy Red?
I mean, she's she's one of them ones that she's not trying to pretend to be something she's not. I think she's comfortable in her truth. I think she has to be careful.
Which way?
In being exploited. Just because, it's like that, like what Charleston White just said, and I found a lot of truth in what he said. A lot of people hate Charleston White. But again, here's somebody who it's hard for him to round up his troops because he ruffles so many feathers. On one day, one of your people that's got your back might fuck with what you're saying, but tomorrow you may say some shit about something totally different that pisses them off, and they're not willing to march and go to war with you or about you. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he was in the business of not offending people, he would have a hell of a situation behind him. He'd have a hell of a brigade, but he's not in the business of being friends with people. He's not in the businesses of making allies. Yeah. He states that clearly. That's why he kind of jumps around. So you can't keep your hand on the pulse of what he's gonna say or do, what he's gonna react to. And then he'll drop some real good truth in there. And just on the Sexyy Red thing, what he said was, she's promoting the whole spirit. And it's no different than what young men been on, young black men, you know what I'm saying? But as he said, like the young black women, the black woman, they've been subjected to society's systemic approach when it comes to racism. Yes, but can you imagine if the black mother was taken out of the home?
Absolutely not.
See, you can't even, your mind can't even
because they have been the backbone of the black family.
So you took the black father out of the home in a lot of ways. And you can't just say they or them, the system of it all. You know what I'm saying? And if we fall into that trap and we continue to spiral and, you know, it just looks like, damn, it's a lot of one-parent homes, a lot of single-parent homes, right? If we say that in our culture, it's more single mothers at home with the kids, and we've been still figuring out how to get by, what happens if you take the mother out the home?
Catastrophe.
So like, for instance,
a breakdown.
So for instance, with my mom, in my entire life, I know of 4 men that she may have ever engaged with. That's my father, my brother's father, and possibly 2, maybe 3 more guys that I know only because you didn't come home this one time out of 700 nights.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't come home this one time. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's when my mom, and rest her soul, that's when she was coming up. Now, these women is letting it be known, I do you and your brother.
Yeah.
That's my lick back. I get some get back by smashing your brother, nigga. Yo, I'm gonna get this thing away. I want it's wet and do this and that. Buy me this, buy me that. I'm fucking. And that's not just Sexyy Red. It's a lot of women doing it, but Sexyy Red has a different approach. She has a downright, I'm in the hood, I'm out the hood approach. It's not a polished thing. I'm not trying to be commercial. I'm promoting classic, ratchet, hoe-like activity. And that's just what it is. I'm not gonna judge her just off of her music, because I have myself have been judged just off of my music. And then when I talk to people, they're like, oh wow, you're a really nice guy. Oh wow, I didn't think you had some sense. I'm like, damn, do I come off that ignorant? And the first thing they say, well, your music. I'm like, man, fuck. Well, okay, you know, all right, I'm gonna give you that. I don't know. I've never met Sexyy Red. I don't believe I have. And you know what? She could actually be a real down chick. She could be a good person. She could be a viable citizen. But listening to her music and the imagery that's being put out, she's just like a little hood chick that's just doing her thing. She done figured out a cadence. She done figured out a sound. Whoever producing with her, who's ever engineering her, who's ever writing with her or for her, they figured it out, because it's not like polished. It's not clean. Her music sounds like demo quality music.
No, it matches what she's saying.
Yeah,
100%. Like
it's,
sonically,
I'm not trying to be polished. It feel like I got a okay producer who is not trying to go and use everybody else's sound bank. He got his sounds. This the 808 he gonna use. This is a snare he gonna use, and we rocking. This shit is not that polished, but y'all love it, and I'm gonna keep delivering. That's what she give me.
Yo, you know, did you see that joint with her? I think the dude put up the video. It's a pic or a video.
I was just looking at that shit like
homeboy wearing an ankle bracelet. Like, everything about this woman's persona, it all gel together. It's nothing.
But let's keep it 100 though. Let's keep it 100. Like, just because you somebody with a name, you got some money now, who you're attracted to.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't let that change. That's just like me. Like, when I got on It was some chicks in the hood that I was looking at like, I would still hit you. Like, you from the hood, we from the same fucking hood.
Yeah.
I just ain't got around to hitting you yet. It's just you always had a boyfriend. But if I can hit you, I still hit your motherfucker. And I'll pipe you up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? So she's just what it is. She what she promotes, she ain't too good for it. She just got a career that's going there, some music. Cause if this shit slow down and she can't keep up, that's what she gonna be right back at if she can't figure it out.
It's what she know. It's what she attracted to.
So I'm not surprised. I'm not like, oh my God, girl, you supposed to know better. I'm listening to the music. I'm seeing the way she presents herself. And it's not that she don't know better. It's what she's comfortable with doing and what she want to put out. So, hey, man, because I'm not knocking Sexyy Red. I don't want nobody to think I'm knocking her. I do want us to be a little more sensible when it comes to the censorship. Because these babies listening to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Babies listening to this shit, bro. Like, you gotta think.
And that's where it gets, like, us as parents, us as adults in hip hop. Like, see, you gotta understand, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. Hip hop now, it's a couple of generations in it.
Yes, sir.
And we a little older. We the hip hoppers with mortgages. So
right.
We might have been Sexyy Red at one point. But it's a little different. We got kids. And as much as we love the music, we love the culture, we're still adults who love our kids more. And where's the fine line on I love this, but I don't know if I want my kids exposed to this. I don't know if I want them thinking that this is normal.
I think people they're getting the whole thought process of, oh, the kid, they'll be all right. They straight, they cool. They ain't Nah, it's a difference.
It's a difference.
You know, because you can see how it changes. Like, when I was doing music, niggas was trappers. Niggas was trappers. Then after me, niggas started, like, now niggas is druggies and killers. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Niggas is druggies and killers.
And you got rappers themselves, you know, playing right into every word they speaking.
Yeah, it's niggas is druggies and killers, man. Like, everything is an op. I'm like, hey, man, I don't even want to put it out there that I got no ops, because I don't. And I know it's people that probably don't like me. There ain't no question about it. It's like, nigga, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's people that don't like you. It's people that secretly hate you. It's people that judge you. It's people that are jealous of you, that are envious of you. It's people that pray for your downfall. We know this. So let's not act like that's not a real thing. But I don't want every time I play a music, I got an op. It's a time sheet. When I say time sheet, I don't mean like what you clock in and clock out with. It's like whatever time you in, there's a sheet that there are all the things that must be mentioned in a song for it to fit in the times. You know, like when I was out, niggas was talking about Ashantis. Niggas was talking about 26-inch rims, 28s.
Mm-hmm.
No, niggas was talking about certain cars. It was certain weed. It was certain alcohol you drank. It was certain celebrities that was hot at the time. You know, so with your time sheet, that's what's on it. The time sheet now is, you gotta have a switch on your gun, on your glizzy. You gotta have a switch on the glizzy. You definitely got ops. You gotta be willing to spin the block on your ops. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that are on this list of things that you must have. And I think that we got to get out of the mindset of this shit, because it's getting worse and worse. Because I just think, again, man, sometimes it's the kids. Because the kids, they just like, man, it's just what we into. We don't care. We ain't hurt nobody. But it is. Yeah. It's just generations after y'all that got to deal with whatever the byproduct of what you've made. That's just the real of it, because niggas was trappers.
Yeah.
I remember niggas was pimps and players and trappers, backpack rappers. And them niggas is what? Clappers. Oh, for real. And niggas just want to, like, Niggas want to get high. I'm talking to a young nigga like, well, Unc, I know you got the perk. I'm like, nah, I don't fuck with the perk. What? But Unc, let me put you on work. Come on, let me. Nah, boy, I don't want that shit. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm not cool because I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. Because I don't know what that shit doing to me.
Yeah.
I don't want no hard drugs. When I was a kid, you seen a motherfucker popping some pills, you was like, shit. Nigga, you ain't gonna turn out right, boy. You gonna be burned out before time. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad when you see it happening, you be like, damn, bro, you don't really. And I'm not judging nobody, because we all have our shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? We all do. I just think that when we put it in the music, if it's a shortcoming, then why parade and gallivant around as if this is my biggest asset? If it's a downfall, that's what I don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like I'm not. I mean, some people say, "Hey, man, you just got to give your lemons, turn to lemonade. Life give you lemons, turn to lemonade." Nah, but if I'm addicted to a drug, right, and it's supposed to be my downfall, I don't want to be around here making it seem like this will make me Superman. If I know that it's my downfall, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a junkie telling you, man, oh, don't do no dope. Give me 2 for them. 2. I'm gonna goddamn hit them motherfucker on this shoot. I'm gonna be back. Don't do what I do, nephew. Yeah, good. You make it seem so great, yet you tell me it's so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm willing to see what's so good about it. Maybe you, oh, I get it. You don't want me to know how good it is. Let me try it. Because it seems like that's how niggas be. It seems like it should be no new drug addicts, bro.
Yeah, that's one of the realest things you said today.
It seemed
like it should be no new drug addicts.
Man,
damn.
It seemed like it shouldn't be no, because nah, it shouldn't be. But what happens is once people become drug addicts, and you have functioning drug addicts or successful functioning drug addicts, it kind of diminishes some of the negative connotation that comes with it. It kind of, it's like a tarnish on it. It's like, well, shit, if this rapper doing it and that ball player doing it and this actor doing it, let's wipe it down a little bit. It ain't that bad. I mean, we like this guy. He gets happy. Every time that part of the song come on, he sing. He all right with me. I even started singing it with him because I see him say it now. That's what influence does. See the way I just said that to you? That whole little rundown, that's how influence works.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to a lighter topic.
Here we go.
Usher. Keep it in the A. Usher.
I'm proud of Usher.
I'm proud of him too.
I'm proud of Usher. I'm very
proud of him too. That man's headlining the 2024 Super Bowl.
Let me tell you something. It's nothing like seeing an icon that deserves their flowers.
Get them.
Actually get them.
Get them.
It's nothing like that. You know, it's a feeling of, because when you believe in something, you respect it, and you want to see it be upheld to a certain regard. When certain things happen for that icon, the iconic moments, it's just a stamp in time that greatness shall prevail. It just feels better every time. I'm sorry for hitting the table. Hopefully that didn't pick up through the mic, but whatever, you know. For real, man, I'm proud of Usher, man. I'm proud of Usher.
Nah, I'm proud of him. He deserve it. And, you know, for anybody who's been to his concert in Vegas, his residency, you almost forget just how many hits this man really has. Usher, I mean, he can't even sing them all. That man can keep you literally glued to every, and then on top of it, forget the songs. He's an entertainer.
Yeah.
The man is dancing, moving. He looked like he found the fountain of youth, and he gives a show. So I know this Super Bowl is gonna be bananas. But speaking of Vegas and the residency, you know, I mean, Usher ain't without his share drama. Earlier this year, he was serenade. I mean, Usher serenaded a lot of celebrity women at his show.
Yeah.
He was serenading Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
You know, and let me get your thoughts on this.
That's what
Keke
it
was
is.
out with a sheer dress on, with a
Cool,
damn thong under it, right after having a baby. And her baby father wasn't too happy with that look. Like, hold up, Usher serenading you. You just had my kid, and you at the show looking at that. Was Usher violating? Was Keke violating? Or was the baby father out of line?
You know, I think, you know, we speak of the word publicity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's the main word in that? Public. The public created that.
Created what?
This whole drama between the whole situation. See, we never even heard Keke speak on, reply, or have a rebuttal to this man saying, "You a whole mama out here, what you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said it to my lady, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah, I said what I said to her. Cause that gotta mean for me to say that I'm surprised the fact that you got what you got on because I ain't know you was wearing that. That's just what that says. She's grown. She's an entertainer. Somebody probably styled her. He ain't know that ass was going, cause I interviewed Keke a year apart from each other, I believe it is. A year, maybe a year. And let me just say this, bro. No, I think, yeah. Let me say this. The time before this most recent time I interviewed Keke, she was Keke Palmer. Little cute Keke Palmer, you know. You know, it's Keke Palmer. Like, yeah, Keke, what's up, Keke? You love Keke. You know, you just Keke with Keke. Keke came back in that motherfucker that next time.
Looking like that's a whole grown woman right there.
And I want to be so expressive right now, but I have to keep in mind, although I'm an entertainer, I am a married man. And I want to be as respectful as I can about this woman and to my wife. Man, Keke came in that studio, man. And I was like, nah. God damn, Keke, what the fuck? Cause, you know, before they come in and interview in my in my station, they go in the conference room. Intern coming in was like, oh my God, Keke looks so different. And I was like, what you mean? He was just like, he did me like that prayer. He was like, I was like, really? He was like, I was like, well, she done have some fucking work done or something. Like she done have some work done or something? Like, not Keke, nah. Man, Keke walked in that mug, I was like, the room was quiet. It was like, hey, Keke! Hey! Her crew was, hey. I was like, God damn. What the fuck? The baby did that? Right? So for a guy who's, this is like, here's a guy who's got a very talented, beautiful, loving girlfriend. They share a child together, right? You had this baby. That shit bounced back. No, she got, you know, I'm not saying this is the only thing that made her more attractive, but it's Keke a grown woman now. God damn. I mean, and we talked about it. Keke was like, Jock, you know, I ain't had this last time. I was like,
you damn sure did.
Yo, I'm looking, and I never want to be the guy that's just like, shit, because it looks so weak, you know? You don't want to be weak like you can't fucking focus. But I got a picture with Keke, and I'm looking at them titties like, damn. Because you was like, wait a minute, it's like you went from 17 to 35. Grown ass hips. I was like, what the fuck? So for her dude, and the only reason I put so much emphasis on, I know I done held on that for a minute, my apologies. But here was the issue. He had not been in the midst of this Kiki that long. He just met this Kiki. It's a new Kiki. It's a new Kiki. Kiki always been like little sister that you might could go party with a little bit. But she grown, but she's gonna keep it clean, kind of. She probably do, I'm sure she do her thing on the low, respectfully. But now it's like Kiki, like, shit, Kiki, what you want to do? Where you going tonight? I'll meet you there. He was probably like, yo, but the public, again, back to that, the public blew that out of hand. He said what he said. Yo, you a whole mama out here. What you doing? Yeah. He could have addressed Usher. Whoa, champ. Back up. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But he addressed her. So it made it appear to be insecure because women like, don't do that. She ain't doing nothing. She just looking her best and she can't help. Because women gonna look at it like, women, we're gonna attract men. It's a natural thing. And this is Usher. Chill. He's been professional. Nah, nigga. Usher ain't never seen my bitch titties that up close. I just met them titties. I don't want nobody around them titties yet. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, nigga, this is Kiki. Listen, let me take my shades. I'm gonna say this. If anybody don't understand, it's like it's like your friend goes through puberty one day and they're not your same childhood friend anymore. They're the friend who done blossomed and everybody on your friend dick and you like, yo, whoa, hold up. And your friend getting all the attention, it's too much attention for you, you gonna kind of feel some kind of way. He ain't getting the attention, she is. But I'm happy Kiki getting her little attention, boy. Look at her.
She getting the attention, but you know, I'm gonna tell you something. And here's the deal, right? That's part of Usher's show.
Yeah.
He serenade women.
Yeah,
in his show. It ain't like he just singled her out.
He just was doing it. I mean, he done did it on quite a few people.
No, you know what's crazy? He actually went to serenade Gabrielle Union. And she was sitting there with Dwayne. And in the middle of it, he was up. He was like, I ain't crazy.
Because
I'm going to leave this one alone.
Because he knows what the energy, and he understands the climate. So so let's just denounce what the climate is projecting. That I will go serenade and take your situationship. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So let me just go on and denounce that now, because that's what the climate is, that I'm Mr. Take Your Girl. Even though he's denounced that and said that's Trey Songz.
Exactly.
He's Mr. Don't Leave Your Girl Around Me. True player for real. That's Puff Daddy.
Yo, Offset.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about him a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
You know, he went viral. Matter of fact, do you know who Bobby Althoff is? Bobby Althoff?
Mm-hmm.
Female. She interviewed. Okay. Anyway, he went viral. She interviewed him. Sitting in front of her.
Oh, you're talking about this girl.
Yeah. And she hasn't a clue who this man is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what questions to ask him. And she's like, I don't know about you, essentially. He's like, yo, what the hell am I sitting in this interview for? You know. She's like, I don't know about you. He's like, yo, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even Google you.
Yeah.
I had to learn about you on TikTok.
That's her thing. That's kind of like the whole Funny Marco thing. It's another group of guys that does it. It's kind of the offbeat humor, the cold stare, the I don't know you, and the awkwardness is very funny.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's an interesting thing when you're in public with someone who everyone in the room knows, but this person does not know that person. Mm-hmm. Everyone finds it so humorous and comical that you don't know who the person is, because we are looking at the person that's the celebrity or the person that's recognized the most in this situation, and we looking like, oh man, you done met somebody don't know who you are. And it's funny because we trying to tell that person who you are, and we know they don't know. And the cluelessness of it is what creates it creates the humor. And I like the way Offset handled that girl. I like that.
Nah, I think he did a good job. Yo, let me ask you something.
Well,
you done sat down for a number of interviews over the last 20 years. Like, have you ever sat down with somebody and they legitimately wasn't prepared?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So, it's just like the interview I went to sleep in London. Me and my security. If you Google it, young jock falls asleep in interview. Like, and I told him, like, yo, we just getting off a fucking 40 city tour. We just turned around and did a 20 city international tour. And we are in London. I got to get some rest. Then I'll do interviews. They're like, look, if you could, please, these people are waiting. Just go ahead and get them out the way. Go ahead and do the interview now. It'll be over. I said, all right, look, just don't ask me no boring questions or questions I've already asked 100 times. Like, all right, I get in the interview. I'm sitting there waiting. So I'm already getting tired. All right, let's start the interview. So, young jock, how did you get your start? Next thing you know, I'm asleep in the interview. And it ain't that them people don't know me. They just trying to get to know me. And although we were in London, I'm like, yo, this information is out here. Like, but this is for their platform. They want to ask the question and you answer it specifically for their platform. Well, give me another question that could segue into that. So you're not asking me the same question that I've been asked 1,000 times. Because at this point, I'm not new to this. I've been out. Yeah. I've been out now. I'm out. Like, he asked me, how did I get my... It's like right now, you sit down and ask somebody who's been out for some time, and they're like, so, where you from? So, how'd you get your start? Like, quit asking the same questions. But yeah, I've been in a situation where somebody tried to play me, like they didn't know much about me. Charlemagne did it.
Charlemagne did it.
I said it. He didn't play me, but when he first met me, and I think that was a part of how he do. Like that was.
Nah, he do it like I don't know you.
He
just was clear that you had one record.
Yeah, he was like, so why are we talking to him? I mean, he was straight faced, and that's you know what I said. That is a skill set.
No, it's a skill.
It is. You got to know how to hold that straight face. And ask the question and stand on it and then kick it like what? Ask the real question. It's my question. Like, y'all can't get mad at me because I don't know him. I heard one song, that's it. Like y'all want me to keep sitting here and wasting my time? Like, this like, yo, that's a different type of situation. But long story short, yeah. I saw that interview with Offset.
Oh, man. Yo, you seen Yachty? He replied to it. He was like, yo, another white woman tricked hip hop again. I don't know. I don't know if it's a white or black thing versus a prepared versus unprepared thing.
I think it's again, we find humor in watching a celebrity be humbled by the awkwardness of someone not knowing who they are, but they're sitting there to be interviewed, but they're playing as if they don't know who you are. And I think that's why Offset had to just go and hit him with that. Like, look here, baby, I ain't even play with my name like that. That shit cute. Do that shit somewhere, but because she was like, oh, your team reached out to my team, like, Cap.
Exactly.
Bitch.
We know that ain't happening.
Why do I want to come sit down with somebody that I don't know who they is? Bitch, stop playing. That's what he was saying, like, Cap, come on. She's like, no, seriously, like, yeah, Cap. Bitch, I can't even Google you.
All right. Speaking of dope interview, let me get this right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of interviews done right, how about that? Drink Champs.
What about it?
Shout to DJ EFN, my brother, DJ Nori, or Nori rather, my brother. They had Special Ed. Again, 50th year hip hop. I love to see some of these hip hop greats come out and getting their flowers.
Yep.
Special Ed said something that rubbed people the wrong way. He said NWA bought the destruction. And a lot of folks on the West Coast, they didn't see it the same way. You had people like the Dog Pound, the Exhibit, really come out here and they, like we still out here. Watch your words, to a certain extent. Did he have a point? NWA bring the destruction?
It's more than just a one person or one group. But when it comes to the music, the forefront, and at the time they were out, you talking when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid. And shouts out to Big Vic, Northwest Drive, Mango Circle. Big Vic was the one who mama let him be. And rest in peace to his mama too. Big Vic and P.I., they could do whatever they wanted to do. And he had all the new music. And I remember hearing Luke, and I remember hearing NWA with Big Vic. And when I heard NWA music, I was like, these niggas got some attitudes for real. Niggas with attitudes. Like, that's what it was. It was like, yo, these niggas they with the shit, So I can't say they brought the destruction, but they definitely brought the glamour to thug life. Before Pac was saying thug life, they made it glamorous. They made it big. They made it strong. They said, fuck the police, nigga. See, Cube, the type of brother, I feel like he had a different reason for saying fuck the police. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes your constituents might not be on the same thing you on. Y'all just supporting a message that sound the same, but it really ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like right now, if I stand here, if I'm a black man who I'm trying to do things a certain way, a right way, and I'm standing here with another black man who don't give a fuck about the right or the wrong way, he just like fuck the police because the police do be doing fuck shit. But I'm like, he doing shit in the streets that causes the police to fuck with him. See what I'm saying? He already a black man, they gonna fuck with you just cause. I'm a black man, I'm trying to educate us on a high level of learning and understanding and to help my people process what we're going through and what we're dealing with better. But we're dealing with the systemic, prejudices and the racism that is prevalent amongst us. So I feel like Cube was on this, then you had Eazy-E on some other type shit. So when you hear it, it's like Cube was like, fight the power, fuck the police. Eazy was more like, man, we out here doing all this gang shit, fuck the police. So in one sense, it made you like accepting of it, like, yeah, okay. But then in the other sense, you accept it too, because you liking the feel and the tone and the vibe of gangster music. And them niggas was like the start of like, oh shit, nigga, I wanted some Lokes, nigga. Even though I wanted a Jerry curl from Michael Jackson, but them niggas made me want a curl and some Lokes. Nigga, I wanted a crip walk. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, I wanted to wear Dickie suits, nigga. Like, think about it. Like, niggas was doing shit because of these niggas.
Nah, I mean, you gotta understand, at that time, New York owned hip hop. Like, let's just call it what it is. New York owned it. And I remember me as a little boy when NWA dropped.
That was on some gangster shit.
That's the beauty of hip hop, right? Because it's so much truth in the music when the artists are actually truthful. And they brought a different kind of truth. Because me, being from the South Bronx, New York City, when I thought of LA, when I thought of Hollywood, I thought Bel Air. I'm thinking Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, palm trees.
I'm thinking palm trees.
Malibu Barbie.
They was my gateway into understanding LA culture. That group right there. Dre, Yella, Easy, Q,
Rent.
They opened the eyes of youth across America to understand. Don't get it twisted. Like in New York, we got the high-rise projects. New York, it's a whole different feel.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all live in houses. How bad could it be? It's palm trees. What are you talking about? Like it's sunny all year round. What you got to be upset about?
What we doing, bro?
That group changed it all. So maybe Special Ed do have a point.
He did. But I mean,
He
it's
absolutely, and I don't even think he said it from a bad place. He just, I mean, Special Ed from New York like me.
I mean, he made more, not what he, but I feel like what NWA did was they opened the eyes to anybody seeing the platform and understanding the power of the platform.
Correct.
And how you can offset core values, you can offset the mental scapes of our people and the people around us. It's just, I think it made more people feel like they could be vocal on whatever level they wanted to be on. And that's why he's saying, he's using the term destruction. But again, you know, Cube was he was forefront of that shit. But his reasoning for some of the things he stood behind were for a better reckoning, a better understanding of, it's like he was trying to lead to a better means of thinking, cultural activation, just life as we know it as a culture and a society.
You know, I don't know if Cube get the props he deserves, seriously, because even as you talking, you keep on mentioning, singling him out. He pinned so much of NWA's 100 Miles and Running. Then he comes out with his America's Most Wanted with the KKK. Cube was a different kind of beast back in them days.
He was talking the gangster shit, but it wasn't just gangster on, I'm gonna spin the block and kill my people.
Nah.
It was like, gangster don't fuck with me because this is the type of shit that's going on and this is what we really dealing with out here. But the mindset, I'm still a nigga out here in the hood, don't play with me.
Yeah, nah, shout to my man Ice Cube, because I'm gonna tell you, that brother, lyrically, in his perspective and what he was spitting way back then, I don't know that he get the credit he deserve in this thing we call hip hop. People almost forget how dope he really was.
I'm telling you right now, that's it. What I've just said is like, sometimes you could be overshadowed by some of the stuff around you. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, who's a perfect example that I could use? Ice Cube. He was overshadowed because his message, like even today, you look at the people around him, okay, Dre. You know Dre, Dr. Dre, we know what he been doing, what he been up to. Some of the stuff, we know he done cashed out on some big checks. He ain't got to do nothing else in his life again. But then you take your Rens, your Yellows, we don't know where they at. Easy, you know, we know where he at. Rest his soul. Cube. You saw what he went on to do.
Yep.
The greatness he's put out. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is really just sit back sometimes and look at the avenues, the routes people will take. And it can kind of show you what they really meant by what they were saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like saying, I'm a real man. I could be a real man or I could be a real nigga. You kind of hear the same thing when I say it to some people. If I say it to them, I'm a real nigga. She's like, oh, okay, real nigga, whatever that means, real nigga. Yeah. So I'm a real man. She gonna be like, and what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Because now she needs for you to define what does it mean. So I feel like Cube was that guy, he was with the gangster shit, but he had his message in there. A lot of people started coming with the gangster, following that approach, following the appeal of it, the glamour of it, and leaving the substance or the message out.
That's real.
You know how we could be in the hood and somebody be like, bro, it's like, bro, why you go so hard? Because of X, Y, Z. And you say, well, now you forgot A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, because you already said X, Y, Z. Some people leave all the other shit that we done worked so hard for out. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Just think about it. With the amount of influence we got today. How many eras, how many movements, how many challenges, how many murders, how many wrongful convictions, wrongful deaths, slander cases that we as a people have gone through to reach this point where our voices can be heard. So it's almost like if we take the time to look at a podcast now, if you turn on the most podcasts, independent podcasts, it's gonna be some little fake relationship shit or some fake I'm woke shit. And I don't even want to say fake. Just sometimes people they got the platform. You have the power to be heard. And instead of being heard, you want to take an hour of my time to deliver me bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Imagine if the youth of the 60s and the 50s could have had the power and the same type of recognition and the resources and the assets we have today. Where would we be?
Be a different world.
Totally different.
Be a different world.
So that's why I'm fickled, I'm flabbergasted when I see us having all this shit and we not doing that. Along the way, people lose the message and they just emulating the process without the message. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Of course.
It's just like, I see somebody who love on this woman and do this and that and it look like that and do this. And I think that's what it is, right? But when I go back and try to do the same thing, I leave out the truth. I leave out the respect. I leave out the real intimacy. Not the sex of it, the intimacy of creating a safe space for my significant other. You know what I'm saying? I leave all this shit out, but we just show up, we look good, we fuck, we talk shit, we a couple. But somewhere along the line, I left out all the significant elements of a relationship, a strong, healthy relationship, the foundation. And that's what has happened. Some of us have lost the foundation, which is the message and the music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just what it is, bro. It happens. If I whisper something in your ear and you got to whisper it down the line to 50 people, by the time it get down there,
it's a whole other message.
It's a whole nother message.
It's a whole other message.
It's lost in translation, and the sharing of the translation changes through generations, through cultural shifts. You kind of get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because once certain doors open, when certain doors open in the culture, in the way of life, it makes other doors less important. I'm gonna let you have that for a minute. It's like coming into a neighborhood and it's a one way in, one way out. That one way in, one way out is so important until you add other streets to the other neighborhoods and I can get in this way, out that way. Then this one is not as important.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you understand the correlation? Okay. Because that's how it goes sometimes, man. But
you know, you spoke about a real nigga versus a real man.
Right.
Great breakdown, by the way. I like that.
Thank
you. And you said, you know, some things get lost in translation. And just segueing into this next brother, I ain't too much that he do or say get lost in translation because the man speak his mind. But you might, I think he prefer to be called a real nigga. Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie said he turned down $250,000 to perform at an LGBTQ community event. Does that strike you as this nigga is out of his mind? Or Boosie is just a real nigga and he stand on what he stand on, and I'm not shocked that he would walk away from $250,000 to do a performance?
Hey, man. All right. So let's be clear here. If you've never had $250,000, then this seems hard to believe. If you don't understand what $250,000 really looks like in today's society, then it would be hard for you to believe. If you understand the foundation of not being bought, then it's not hard to believe. So we're dealing with somebody who's seen $250,000. Come on, he's seen that a hell of times over. Yeah, that's nothing. Yeah. It's nothing, bro. That's some change. Okay, it's $250,000. And I'm going to tell you the difference in how you know things have changed. Right now, and this analogy going to seem so left, but it's going to be so appropriate. Once upon a time, if the lottery, the big Powerball, right? The big game got up to what? It's up to $300 million. Play today. People are like, oh, wait, you see a lot? Well, that shit, $300 million. I got to go play. It sound like some money, don't it?
Yeah.
Now what the number's up to?
1.2 billion.
How?
It's a lot more people playing.
How? Why hasn't it been up to that much before? Matter of fact, who keeps a tally on it to tell y'all how much money really going in this pot?
Yeah.
We don't get an accounting. Yeah. No, there's no public accounting of this that I know of. That, because well, it's saying it's up to 300,000. The pot could already be $1 billion.
Correct.
But you don't know. You're just going off of it. So my analogy, this is why I say it's going to be interesting. When you go over here, hey man, $250,000 ain't shit to somebody who wearing that shit on their neck.
Damn.
You can't buy me because I already don't agree with it. Now, I found myself in a space where I got to kind of tread lightly with it because I got so many issues going on, whatever, personal shit, court cases possibly. I'm dealing with this with my kids. I'm standing strong and firm on this. I don't believe in that shit. If you choose to do that, that's you. Just don't project it to my kids. Don't project it to the youth. Let these kids get a chance to become who they are before you pushing this lifestyle on them. You gotta get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm not mad at him. If somebody came to me today, Lord knows, I ain't nobody ever gave me $250,000 for a show. Ever in my career. I think the highest I ever got is 110, and I was in Africa. But that was a lot of money to me. I mean, 110,000 wasn't a lot of money to me, but it was a lot of money to pick up in one day.
For one day, one show.
To do what I'm normally, you know what I'm
Correct.
saying? So don't get me wrong. Somebody called me today and was like, hey, yo man, you $250,000. I know what I gotta do. Nah, I may not do it either. And it's not that I have nothing against the LGBTQ people, but I just may not understand. I may not be in the know enough to feel comfortable enough to do this. I just don't know, because I don't want to start doing that. Maybe I don't want to be comfortable with this lifestyle. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say? I may not be comfortable rapping this song and this man is looking at me with lustful eyes, with his nipples out, with lipstick on, rapping my lyrics to me. I may just...
You talk about it's going down, and this man is looking at you with hard nipples.
You try to turn from this side, and go here. It just might not work like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real, man. I'm serious. Because think about this. Somewhere it may just not be enough money for you, for what you believe in, your outlook on it, your thought process on how it could tarnish you and your brand. Because this is something you say, oh, you don't support, but then you willing to go get their money. Makes you a hypocrite, and that could be something big to Boosie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, so my homegirl, Miss B, she had to do a show one night. She was up and coming. I hit that bitch with a bottle. Mm-hmm. And it was this gay club. I think one was called Towers, and the other one was Mingles. Mingles wasn't a gay club, but they had a gay night. I'll never forget this shit, boy. She's like, yeah, these people booked me for this club and shit. It's an alternative lifestyle club. I was like, oh, okay, all right. Well, wait a minute, alternative lifestyle. I'm the hype man. I'm like, what we finna do? She like, look, bro, the show about me, the world don't even know who you is. Yeah, it's cool. I was like, it's like the first club is all women. I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. I go in that mug, I'm like, God damn, this shit look crazy. And then what pays women. I'm like, this shit feel like, hey, it ain't, cause you see them, but you don't see them. It's just women. Yeah, it's women with short haircuts. It's even women who look like dudes, but I still see ass, hips, titties connect. You know what I'm saying? I still see a woman. Go in, I'm like, well, this is crazy. Phone ring. They're like, y'all ride out there, the limo out there. I'm like, oh shit, we got there, finna get picked up in the limo, you. I look out the window, I'm like, hell no. These folk done sent a burgundy family car from the funeral home. That bitch got clear windows and all the seats in the limo sitting the same way. I said, I don't know. I'm not pulling up to no gay club in no clear window goddamn family car limo. She's like, I mean, what the difference gonna be? I'm like, all right, you right. So I'm riding, I'm on the expressway. We in a limo, this car big as empty as fuck, it's big. And all the seats sit the same when the windows close. I'm like, you know, this a family car like that they use in a funeral procession. She's like, I know. She tapped me on my thigh, like, it's gonna be all right, we're gonna make it. I'm like, all right. We get that, it's all women, cool. The next gig, in the same night, we pull up to Mingles. So I'm thinking it's the same thing. The fucking promoter come outside with some chaps on. Leather chaps. Nigga ass out. I'm like, whoa. B, hey man, you gonna have to forfeit my little paycheck on this. I can't go, hey. He like, hey, what's up, big dog? How y'all doing? Yeah, we're gonna have a good time tonight. How y'all ready? I'm like, she's like, shit, we here now. I'm like, B, I ain't ready to fuck with it. She's like, all right, I'm gonna get the money. I'm like, all right, come on, man. It ain't about me, it's about you. I go in there.
So hold on, you walk behind them in the club.
I walk behind her.
And the man got his chaps on.
I walk behind her.
No, you walk behind him.
Head down.
As he escorted you in the club.
I walk behind her.
Jock, don't twist the story up.
And I got rap with her, and I ain't make no eye contact. And when I got out that motherfucker, I was like, I don't think I could do that ever again in life.
He said, I ain't make no eye contact.
Nah, it was different, boy. Them niggas in that mother like, hey, bitch. Like, nah, nigga.
Did they have the leather hats on?
Niggas was different. He did. Wait, actually, here's the interesting thing. He had on a cowboy hat with the chaps. Now, you know, that shit's like the classic, what you see classic gay YMCA type shit.
Uh-huh.
Niggas chaps and the little hat with the goddamn aviators and the mustache with the drink in his hand type shit and a little cigarette. It's like, nigga, no, wait. Like these niggas be looking like me and you. It's just what it is. I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just speaking about these people. They do what they do.
But hold on, before I switch topics, for the record, because I need clarity on this.
Okay.
And can you rate? You got them shades on. I need to know you telling me the truth.
Hey, nigga, these ain't aviators, nigga. Them yays.
My nigga.
What's that?
Did you make eye contact?
I did not.
Jock, don't.
I couldn't.
You not even looking at me.
Actually, I don't even want to let you know. I just want to say I didn't make eye contact. Nigga, nah.
Oh my God.
Nah, it was crazy. Because, I mean, at that time, I'm a younger man. I'm pushing my best friend. I'm behind her. And it's kind of hard, you know, to set the pace if you ain't coming from a solid place. So I was like, how can I be solid if I can't show you solid? Solid is, I don't see this, I'm gonna go ahead and you gonna do this, you gonna get your money.
That's right.
I did that.
That's right.
Left out of there. I think the next time we did it at the warehouse. She's a female with a low fade. Talking about hit that bitch with a bottle. All the gay clubs is booking her. At that point in time, it got crazy, but then it just was like, yo, you know.
Nah, I mean, listen.
But are you mad at Boosie for not taking the 250? You think he's crazy for not taking it?
Nah, you know something on the surface. I'm like, yo,
get that money.
Get that money.
Do it 4 more times.
The way you broke it down was as real as you could put it.
I mean, hey man.
You know, $250,000 to Boosie. Which is like $250 to the average man. He done seen it 100,000 times.
That.
All right, yo, keep it on Boosie for a second.
What the fuck?
Please
I
tell
love
me.
you, Boosie. Nigga like, man, shut the fuck up, dog. You know, I can hear him be like, man, go ahead. Cause nigga do you like that. What you supposed to say? Ignore the nigga? Boosie gonna have a rebuttal, so he's smart enough to say, I'm not gonna put myself in that fucking predicament.
So hold up, if the whole
Boosie! Why me now? You're like, nigga, what?
So that front row is screaming, "We love you, Boosie."
That's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro.
We
DJ,
wanna
that
find
song.
out why they call you badass.
But you finna find out why I'm gonna set it off in that motherfucker in the minute. You know what I'm saying? But you like, what?
Oh my God. Yo, please tell me you saw Boosie gave Vlad a tour. I mean, I don't even know what to call it. It's the Boosie Estates. This is a Boosie compound. Like this got something like 88 acres or something like that. 7 houses. Did you get a chance to see?
He's building the little houses in the back?
Uh-huh.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, I mean, we talked earlier about the cost of living down in Atlanta and what you can get for your money. I mean, this man legitimately lives on a compound. He got streets named after his kids.
I mean, let's break this shit down. And this is the part of what I'm saying. When you have predecessors or OGs or parents that can show you a way or the way, life is totally different, right?
Correct.
Sometimes you have to learn it your own. You figure it out. So you telling me I could buy land? I could just buy like acres? Okay. So you mean to tell me I can get a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10 million loan possibly, and if I can show I have the income, and I can show where I pay my taxes, I could possibly go in here and only put down 5% of this loan?
No, hold on. Let me stop you there.
Okay.
Let me stop you. He said when he got locked up, he lost everything. He lost everything. He came out, he had to rebuild. And this time, he did it with cash. He was doing it week by week, going on the road, making his money. He came back, he bought 88 acres of raw land. And
no,
every
raw
time
land, that's different. That's a totally different thing.
But what I'm saying is he built that house, in his words, with cash. With the money he was making on the weekends, he was stacking it up.
And I was only two years home, so I didn't have the money to build it all at once. I got the foundation and I built it weekend for weekend. 40,000, 40,000, 40,000, 30,000, 20,000. So if I do it, you know, anybody can do it.
Well, okay. This is not an average person, first and foremost. It's somebody who's coming home after, how long was Boosie locked up? 7 years?
Yeah, something like that. I think it was 5.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
But to come home, have a fan base, have peers that love you and want to celebrate you. 1 tour, 2 tours, spot dating, endorsements, versus you could do that. It's not like, oh my God, he made so much money, he can do it. It's like, you just got to understand how it works. So once you understand the concept of how things work, then you can properly strategize, because now you know, okay, I have to do this to do that. Everything's contingent upon one plan A, plan B, plan C, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So again, if you look at the time he's had the home, before he got to the point where he's adding this pool bigger than Rick Ross' pool, adding these other homes in the back, adding these streets to do this and do that. It took time to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rome was not built overnight. And look how long Boosie been in the game. What if he understood what he understands now?
Back then.
Back then.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So It's not like, oh my God. I mean, I'm happy for him. Keep eating, baby. Keep getting it.
Nah, he you know, say what you want about him, but looking at that home, it's impressive. It really is impressive, and it's impressive because it wasn't given. Actually, he lost everything,
But he ain't really lose everything.
To pull himself back.
He ain't really lose everything because there's a such thing as residual income. As a compound.
Okay, fair enough. When I'm saying lose everything, he lost his possessions. He lost his old home.
I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that because even then, if I was to lose everything now that I have in my physical possession right now, I'm still gonna be straight. I'm still gonna be straight, bro. Like it's residual income that comes. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I'm clear.
I'm still gonna get royalties. I'm still, certain things is gonna come. So it's not like you starting all back over. You're not, unless your deals were so bad that you don't get no residuals, you don't get no mechanical royalties. It ain't no BMI ass cap. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not starting all over. It seems like you're starting all over because you got to get back to finding out how fast I can get back in a position where I feel like I'm stable again, but money's gonna come. And if you was locked up that long, money was stacking too.
Yeah, let me ask you something.
You can take it how you want to take it. Like I ain't saying nobody capped about nothing, but sometimes it's certain shit that's just not said.
Mm-hmm.
So when I say this, people see the rawness of that, but they're not taking in account that I got this, that, and that still is paying, it's still accruing, it's accruing interest. It's just like, no. I can't see from square one. It ain't square one, but yeah.
You talked about residual income, Roy. Which make you an artist, had hit records. You got royalties, got publishing, Puff.
Mm-hmm.
Just, in Puff classic style, he did something and got him a ton of publicity.
Mm-hmm.
He gave all his artists back their publishing.
Right.
First and foremost, did you get yours back?
He never had mine.
Puff never had your publishing?
No, he had some publishing off of what he may have gotten off of me doing a pub deal, but nah. I was nah. Mm-mm. Him and Blockmail shared something, but not like that. See, I again, that's why whenever Puff comes up in the conversation, I ain't never got nothing bad to say about that guy. So I'm gonna keep it 100, like a whole 100. There's probably somebody who can look at me right now and be like, man, he crazy, fuck, man, bro, did me like this. Hey, I don't got nothing to do with that. That ain't have shit to do with me. I ain't had them issues. Anytime I wanted something, bro made it happen, like for real. The powers to be made it happen. I don't have the tale of, yo, the nigga did me like this. I don't have that story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay? Now, when you talk about this publishing, you talking, man, hey, I've been around, for real. Young Jock been around 17, 18 years. That's 2 decades, almost 2 decades. 20 years, that's 2 decades. You know what I'm saying? So we talking about people who had hits way before me, decades before me. So at this time, I'm pretty sure the money is not the same with him giving it back. But I'll tell you what's smart about it. I'll tell you what's big about it. Diddy, we talked about it. The verses is supposed to be coming up, right?
Yeah. So
if I could see a way to reestablish all these artists that I once had, and I could give them their publishing back, when I go and hit this button, this goddamn this verses button, that shit's gonna send a jolt through these records, through the publishing side of things. They say once you get on you do a verses, your shit jump like 300 to 800%.
So these artists about to see a nice little...
They'll see something, and it'll start back up. And then it also gives the generation now, the next generation, it's like an insight, like, ooh, that was a hit. Well, I could redo that.
Yeah.
I can make that a hit.
Yeah.
Cause guess what? If I give y'all shit back right now, I go ahead and do this verses, and then people come back and start boo, 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 boo. Look at his son. So when somebody's trying to denounce what he's doing, let's take the last song that
King Combs?
yeah, what did he do? What's the song that he did?
Can't Stop, Won't Stop.
So you tell me somebody in that space ain't gonna get some publishing?
I'll go one
Then
better for
the new
you.
one he got with Fab,
Yep.
A Boogie. That shit jamming too. It just ain't caught just yet. It's just released not long ago. So when you start, I'm talking about it. Even me talking about it might make somebody say, which one with A Boogie with the hoodie and Fab and King Kong? Let me go listen. That right there might create a little joke just in that. So it's different ways that I'm sure that this guy is looking at how this will help these people that he's relinquished the works and the intellectual properties back to the publishing, because that shit works out differently for you. And we not talking about just somebody just saying, all right, y'all got y'all shit back. Nah, he finna do a verse. This is gonna hit it. Boom. You talking about 300%.
I'm gonna tell you. Good friend of yours, good friend of mine, Mario Winans,
Mm-hmm.
Metro Boomin, use that. Yo,
Him and Weekend
yes. Mario probably ate more off that song
than his own.
Then I don't want to know. Like,
Because he wrote that too.
Yeah, I hope to God Mario.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Retained his publishing.
But thank you. But this is why. This is why I enjoy podcasting with you, Shawn. Because if I don't fill in 100% on my end, there's some knowledge from your end that could fill in.
Mm-hmm.
The gaps are filled. And when the gaps are filled, that's a road properly paved. It's way easier to travel. You know what I'm saying? It's way easier to travel in our conversation. But that's a perfect example of what I'm saying, bro. Like look at that. Like if he got his pub back and that record hit, bow. Just imagine if he only had like 5% of that record or 10% of that record. He wrote it. Did he help produce that record? Let's just say if this was a record Mario Wine is supposed to have 80% of. Let's say 50% on the writer side. Let's say 30% on the production side. Let's say he had to split his production side and had to give up more than half on the writer side, and he really only walked away with 10% of this record. 10% out of 100% is some bullshit. But he turned around and get his publishing back, and nigga could come back and eat with a cool 80%. And his record has become a hit again because of Metro Boomin and The Weeknd and the powers to be, the machine behind it, to rebrand this record. But the the rights pay you. It's gonna scare these people, because then they start realizing just how powerful Puff really is and was at the height of him eating off all of these acts simultaneously. Number ones, top 5, top 10 records is going. You're talking 30 years, bro, in the game, eating off of numerous acts of talent. We're not talking about a hit down, hit here, hit down. We're talking about each artist he got at least 3 hits. I'm saying on the least side.
On the least, fair enough.
On the least, Mace.
No, you can.
Faith.
The Locks.
Jodeci, The Locks, Mary J. Blige,
112,
Biggie, Loon,
Carl Thomas,
Young Jock, Danny the Game, French Montana.
Yeah, you can go.
What was the group with him and Keisha Cole? I mean, him and
I love that group too. Dirty Money, Gorilla Zoe. Can we keep naming Boys in the Hood?
Boys in the Hood.
We can keep naming them.
We could keep naming. We could. Craig Mack.
Oh my God. R.I.P. Craig Mack.
Black Rob.
B.R. Yep.
G-Dub.
Yep. Not G-Dub.
What I said?
G-Dub.
G-Dub.
That water getting to you.
Yeah, it's okay. G-Dub.
But absolutely, yeah.
But I'm saying,
with a minimum of 3 hits, at least.
A minimum.
Oh man, how we forget my brother Shawn?
Shawn. I thought I heard you say Shawn. That's why I didn't say it.
Man.
I was thinking Shawn. I thought I heard you say Shawn. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like when you sit back and be like,
That's some monsters. People forget what
We didn't even
Bad
say
Boy
Lil'
meant.
Kim.
Yeah.
We didn't even say Lil' Kim.
Nah. And not just Lil' Kim, but you gotta remember, this man done produced so many records outside of himself. So I don't know. Okay, so let me ask you. I'm gonna just let's go into this conversation.
Keep it funky. What up?
Mark Curry.
Yeah.
We didn't mention him,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean I didn't mention him on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a book a while ago, Dancing with the Devil.
I didn't promote it. I meant to say we talked about that. I definitely talked about this. But but continue.
So he has been very outspoken for years.
Yeah.
About for lack of a better way to put it, his distaste with doing business with Puff. He's doing live after live after live. And he's saying, yo, you gave this publishing back 30 years later when it got no value. This publishing might be worth $800. Like what can a nigga do with $800?
What can a nigga do? You go and you look at the algorithms of how records that were once hits have become hits again. And you go figure out how to make that shit get on course. And you create a new shit where you can really see some shit. Here's just a new challenge to the game. What the fuck do people go to museums for? When you're living right now, you're alive, you don't know what of yours is gonna become an artifact and be considered a national treasury. You don't know that. But one day somebody looks and takes some shit that has no value possibly no more, and they put it on display, and now you have the value that's out the ass. Atlanta has a culture that's been popping for decades, right? Now when you got a lot of these cats who's come and gone as far as their career or the timing, their era, but now that they're not popping no more, it's no more value there? Nah. Then you got the Trap Museum. These motherfuckers eating. That bitch got a line out the ass. You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out. You take a wife who's had kids, who's had a career, who's had a husband leave her, a husband die, or husband gets locked up, a husband just disappears. Kids are grown, out the house, going to college. She's thinking about retiring. Are you telling me that this woman has no value no more after 30 years? Nah. If somebody comes along, see this woman, see the potential in this woman, and figure out how to resurrect the good of this woman. When Maxwell talked about a woman's worth, that's what he was talking about. What's the worth? It's what you put into it. So if somebody gave me all of my publishing back, matter of fact, I got a year left. And I have all my publishing back from Warner Chappell. So everybody like, man, they might make a song about hit off one of your songs in a minute. Hey, OG, let me go on and remake that. Nah, don't fuck with my shit yet. Give me a year. Give me a year so I got 100% ownership of my shit. Then remake my shit. Now we talking. So Mark Curry, I'm not upset with him because of his outlook on what he's dealing with. I'm not dealing with that. But what he's possibly dealing with, I would be looking at, okay, you know what? Let me go figure out a way to rebrand this music that I now have full ownership to and of. And let me figure that out. You know what I'm saying? It's like laying a landmine. I don't know who gonna step on this motherfucker, but when they do, he gonna be one unlucky motherfucker. So you look at the reverse of that. I don't know who gonna land on one of my hits, but when they do, I'm gonna be one lucky motherfucker. He got landmines right now. That's what it is. Give me another year. Let somebody go redo It's Going Down. Nigga, we up. I know you see it. Nigga, we up. Buy you a drink, right? Check game. You talking about a pub deal, somebody owns some of that publishing. Fucking T-Pain just get, Bounty. Just did a deal with Bounty, Quicker Picker Upper. That shit is a commercial now.
Oh, you right.
Bounty,
Yeah.
Quicker Picker Upper, I'ma buy you a dream. Like, what the fuck? Like,
You right.
So you don't know how this is gonna happen. What JD had, the My Boo, what song was that? Where everybody was doing the little dance. You know what I'm talking about? At night, I think
Oh, yeah.
I want to be your sexy lady. And everybody was doing this fucking little dance. Nigga, I'm in Vegas watching these white people just playing the fuck out this record. It's a challenge. And that fast, we talking decades later, this record is a new hit record. It's charting, recharting. Like, yeah, so let me get all my publishing back and watch me go remake my shit.
Yo, let me ask you something. Aubrey O'Day, she's been very outspoken. Mm-hmm. She's like, yo, she's telling anybody who will listen, don't even get your publishing back, because he wanted everybody, in order to get your publishing back, to sign an NDA. Don't speak on them. You can't say nothing bad. Is she in her feelings?
No. I'm just saying her reason for saying that is because at this day and age, we myself, for instance, after my music career, what did I do? TV, after TV, or a while in simultaneously with TV, what? Radio. Mm-hmm. Now I'm in movies now, right? Yep. So you're talking about a rap career, radio career, TV career, movie career, all working at the same time. So what she's saying is, hey, you don't know what your next step is, but if they say you can't talk about them, I got somebody over here right now want to cut us a check to give them the deliverables of this era when we were there. We can't do that because we've signed this NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Mm-hmm. That was her reason for saying it. It wasn't saying, oh, it's not a good deal. Bitch, if you don't go get your goddamn money back, go get this publishing, fuck talking about what some you done did in the past. You got a whole new ticket to get you some new money on all your publishing. If you don't get this shit to go find somebody to redo your song, get somebody on TikTok and go run this bitch up and put it in a challenge or something, you gotta figure it out. I'm not calling Aubrey a bitch. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking generally. Like, come on, like, what are you talking about? Give me my shit. If somebody said right now, if Puff had 80% of my publishing, and I'm finna get my shit back, and they say, you just can't speak on them no, man, who? What's your thoughts on Sean P. Diddy Combs? No speaking on English? Shut. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna go get this bag. You talking about what it might not be worth? Well, you run it back up. Run it back up. Let's think about real estate here. Somebody that lived in this house for 30 years. It's run down now. But it still has the possibility, the potential to be something amazing. Man, give me my shit. Let me go ahead and redo this, refurbish, renovate, something, reconstruct.
That's right.
Let me just go What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because I have to use analogies with my thought process because it makes the most sense to me. You see that in the house now? Oh, well, we lived in this house. It was once upon a time, it was new. This was the popping this thing going. Just like old school cars. Huh? Old school. Oh, you want to give it back to me after it ain't worth nothing no more, nigga. It's called a 30-year-old car now. These niggas is riding electric cars now. Say what you want to say, bitch, but you put this bitch back together right. You got you something that's no longer depreciating. It's appreciating, while the new shit is depreciating.
That's right. Last time we sat down and talked, Tory Lanez, he just got convicted. And you know about it all too well. You had to shave your hair. You a man of your word, Jock. You shaved your head. You did exactly what you said you was going to do. But as you know, he just got sentenced to 10 years. It came out that he was actually offered a 4-year plea deal. He didn't take it, blew trial, and got 10. I mean, hindsight is always 20/20. But do you think that was a wise move from the gate, that man just didn't take that plea and get it over with?
If he did that shit, and knows he did that, if I know I'm guilty, and they're presenting the evidence that proves I'm guilty, and I can take this I would have took the plea. But if he wasn't guilty, there was some other shit that they just don't want, whatever, you trying to be so solid and stand on this and that, I don't know, because I myself was involved in some shit like that. Rest in peace to my mama. My mama sitting right there, lady came in and said, oh, well, they're looking at life without parole. Today we completed 23 years. You know, see, you got me fucked up. My son, they did that. I couldn't even reply fast enough because they talking about my life. I'm like, Bitch, I ain't even 23 years yet. I ain't even lived that long. What the fuck is you talking about? 23 years behind bars for some shit I didn't do? Hell no, I ain't taking no plea. And I didn't take that plea. And luckily, not even luckily,
Through the grace of God.
through the grace of God, and thankfully, that judge saw the truth in what was going on. He looked at it. He was able to years of, you after a while, you start seeing shit. You should read, oh my God, well this says, no. You look back at it and be like, oh, okay, I see what happened here. He said, I can't believe that this justice system has failed you. He said, I cannot believe this. He said, I am saddened. I am disheartened that I am a purveyor of the truth. And you are sitting here to this day trying to move on with your life, being burdened by this. The judge took his glass off, man, wiped his tears off his eyes. I was like, God damn, this man is compelled. He dropped all of my charges and let me walk out of that courtroom.
That ain't nothing but God, brother.
Nothing but God.
That is nothing but God. We can call it what we want.
And this the same judge.
But you a black man in the South. That don't happen
guess
so
what?
often.
And it's the same judge that was killed while at work in Fulton County.
That's not Brian
Nichols.
Are you serious? That's the same judge.
Same freaking judge. Same freaking judge. Brian Nichols killed that man. Yep.
Wow. Huh. Okay. Interestingly enough, because you said if he knew he did it, which we don't know. He's to this day said I didn't do it. But the DA said one of their strongest pieces of evidence was the call he made from jail to Kelsey. And that's what they used.
He could have been just saying, I'm sorry I had y'all together. I ain't know this was gonna play out like this. I ain't know this was gonna turn into this. I ain't mean to drag you and your friend into this. I ain't mean to put you and your friend at odds. He never said he was sorry for the act of what he was charged for.
Correct.
So I don't care about a phone call apologizing. I've taken the time to apologize to somebody and I wasn't even wrong. I was just apologized for my outburst in the situation. I apologize for my tantrum because I wasn't wrong. I just was wrong to act out to the level of acting out that I actually committed to. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I was guilty of what y'all saying I'm guilty of. But hey, he got them 10. My boy, he's standing on it.
I mean, he's standing up like let's just keep it real. He was just transferred to state prison.
And
literally just. And he's like, yo, put me in Gen Pop. Like I'm in segregation. Put me with the people. I ain't scared. Is he is he not thinking clearly and he's focused too much on his reputation?
Nah, I think what happens is you start realizing there's a lot of restrictions. When when you start getting put away and this and that and you have to get, I'm tucked away from something I may fear, but that doesn't mean I have a better life in here. That doesn't mean that the code of ethics is better in this pod. It just means I'm away from those people. Now I'm in here with people that have possibly similar charges. I'm dealing with people that may actually be, going through some different shit. For whatever reason it is, my man's is not trying to be put up.
He don't want to be in
general. He want to be in general population. And he wants the experience. I'm here, I might as well get the full experience. Think about it.
It is what it is. I wish him the best. He got to sit down for 10 years. So God willing, he make the best of his time. It is what it is. Jay Prince, he found a mouse in his crib and he called him Gunna. Now, interestingly enough, Thug's dad came out and was like, yo, Gunna didn't do nothing to hurt Thug's case. And at the same time, you know, Gunna, I mean, he just sold out. I think it was the Barclays Center. He's killing it out there. His song, F What You Mean, is probably the biggest song of his career. Does this prove that cooperating on any level with law enforcement, it can no longer hurt you in hip hop?
See, here's the thing. That's not true. Because honestly, the same plea he pleaded out from what I saw, and hey man, I ain't no expert in that, in law. But it looked like he took the same plea everybody else took.
He did.
He said basically, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell, yes, we called ourselves a gang. All right. We called ourselves a gang. Okay, I can go.
Didn't Thug's brother take the same exact plea?
They all did. No, I don't think nobody's plea was really different. Of course, everybody had different times. They had different charges. But the main plea was to say that we're a gang. We're a gang. Organized crime. Let me out.
Okay, so
in the music we say gang. But what is gang?
I want to make sure I'm understanding
gang ain't
this.
always bad because the police are a gang. Churchgoers are a gang. LGBTQAI plus is a gang. Tell me I'm wrong.
No, that's fair.
Boys
enough.
and Girls Club of America.
No, it's fair. I get it.
It's a gang.
So you saying technically he didn't cooperate? Is that?
No, he just said, basically, I'm saying I'm in a gang. Okay, I'm willing to say I'm in a gang. But for whatever that's worth, boom, let me go. But nobody else singled out or pointed out anybody else that walked out of that court. It was just that Gunna, because it was like, all right, well, we know the main cats ain't gonna say nothing. They got too much money on the line. They straight. And it came down to him saying, yeah, we're a gang. Yes, ma'am. Nobody said nothing about nobody else.
Okay, so let me ask the question a different way.
What?
Take Gunna out the picture. His hip hop evolved so much, and is the audience, because you got hip hop is, yes, it's in the hood and it's from the hood.
Yeah.
But the main supporters of hip hop, they're not living in the hood. These are kids in the suburbs. These are kids in middle America. Does it even matter if you cooperate? It's as simple as that.
No, it is. We are the main supporters. I don't know how you feel like that.
I think we the main trendsetters, but we are not the main supporters.
I think we're the main supporters because
you check the analytics.
We get it. Well, no, it depends on what you consider as being a supporter. If I'm the person that helps get it hot, and once it gets to the masses, because it's more of them, that's why we could call the minority, and they're not. So if it's more of them, yeah, they're gonna see like the main supporter. Because if it's 100 of us and 80 of us is supporting it, but it's 1,000 of them
that's
and only
influenced by
50%
what we support.
of them is 500 supporting it, is more.
Okay, so the question remains the same. No matter who's the main supporter, does it even matter in 2023 if you cooperate?
It matters.
It does matter.
Because just like I can sit here and have my opinion and say, well, I didn't see where he snitched. I seen the man go, sit down, do his time quietly, didn't say nothing, make no noise, said one thing, yes, ma'am, I'm alleging that we're a gang. Boom, get out. That's it. He didn't say thug. Did nothing. We're a gang, man. We saying this shit in the music. All right. If this is the only thing you got me on, what kind of time I'm looking at? Not no real time. I can get out today. But let me go. We in a gang. We a gang, nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is beyond.
Christmas, and before the summer hit, that man got the biggest man beating out Taylor Swift, boy. Huh? What's your man? Just got the touchdown.
Kelsey, whatever. Kelsey, what you call it?
Be dating Taylor Swift. Yeah. That man jersey sells up 800%.
Yeah,
that man did my damn when he hit the touchdown. But the fact that she's supporting his is up this much percent. Like, hey man, hey, that man beating out her. It's not about we don't care if you snitching. People have their opinion. You can't just feed people anything and they just go. You got people like, man, I don't care what you say. I like his music. I ain't see where he snitched. Everybody else got out. You ain't mention nobody else's name. We ain't mention nobody else's name. They gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of the main people they were saying snitching, they had to kill that talk. They had to hush that up because it could hurt the evidence and the case moving forward. Because I can name some names that came out like, nah, he said this, and here's a recording of this. I can name some names, but that's not my place to. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a prosecutor. I'm not the judge. I'm not the stenographer. I'm not the deputy sheriff in the courtroom. Ain't none of that. Ain't even in the courtroom. So I don't even, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, man, the man doing the thing.
1090 Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Familiar with that name?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this guy releasing cooperation paperwork on rappers?
You know, it's interesting. And I don't know 1090 Jake, got nothing against him. But here's my thing, you know, a lot of people come at Vlad head for saying Vlad the police and this and that type shit, Vlad the feds. But you don't really hear Vlad speak much as far as like, I mean, you hear him speak on his interviews because he's interviewing people. But I mean, people, you relinquish whatever information you want to relinquish, whatever you give up, that's on you. That ain't Vlad. So if if the police happen to be watching, and if you gave up that information, that's on you, not Vlad. That's you felt that comfortable on the platform to release incriminating evidence against yourself. That's not the platform. That's you, fool. 1090 Jake is doing what I've seen the police do. I don't know you, 1090 Jake. I don't know if we ever met or not, but that's the same thing the police did in this situation to further break down their income. Let's burn up Gunna. Let's burn him. He'll snitch. A lot of times when you in these jails, how you think these niggas get shanked up? Because the deputy telling somebody, that nigga snitch. You know, he just won't turn state up. Yeah, you know, paperwork, I'm gonna send you a little copy of the paperwork. You see, he snitched on your man over there. It ain't the other inmates. How the fuck, they ain't going to court. They ain't in the court with you. How they know who's, the police would release information to make it look bad. Let's say this. Let's just say that moment that Gunna was in that courtroom and said, yes, ma'am, I'm agreeing to we be in a gang. If they never released that footage, would y'all be calling Gunna a rat? You wouldn't. Who released that? The authorities. So what the fuck is 1090 Jake doing? And somebody could say, hey man, he putting us on some real shit. He letting us know what's going on. Is he fact checking? Or is he snitching? He doing what the police do. I want to shut you down, but I go to the hood, I tell your ops everything you got going on. I don't got to tell your ops, I tell your loved ones what you got going on, nigga. We'll change up the whole scenario. So what is 1090 Jake doing? We fact checking now? Because if I need to get your information, I gotta go to the courts. Do I publicly Google it? I gotta go talk to some investigators. Who I talk to get this information on you? And why are you going so hard to get information on people? And I'm not taking nothing away from 1090 Jake. I think he got a great platform. I've been watching this show, I'm like, okay, all right. But then somewhere I'll be like, it's creating a lot of issues and tension out here.
Absolutely.
People against people, because now they feel like, oh man, 1090 Jake said whoop whoop, and I'm going with it. I'm standing on it. So I don't know. I don't know who worse.
Oh well.
I'm saying, I don't know 1090 Jake. I'm not. I don't know 1090
Jake. And truth be told, and the reason I just bypassed that.
What 1090 stand for? That's not like a code.
Who knows?
1090 Jake over. Jake sound like, don't call the law Jakes. 1090 Jake over. Like police come. I don't know. I ain't calling him. Like I don't even care. Cause I don't. Hey man, I'm gonna stand on mine. I ain't calling you no snake or no snitch, Jake. I'm just saying like. You gotta watch that shit. Some of that shit, you should be putting out too much information on people. You come bust your head about that shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And I know how I feel when they ain't got your head. Well, they ain't busted yet. I'm gonna keep doing it. But when the day come, then it all boils down to, I told you, you know?
That's real. All right. Yo, Let's talk about
Then it's gonna be a headline. Rapper Young Jock says 1090 Jake is the police. And could soon get his head bust. That's how the shit be, bro. Like, I ain't saying he no police. I'm just saying, like, you going out your way to dig up shit. And you ain't even digging up shit on, like, the big niggas. You digging the shit up on niggas who ain't even made it yet. It's like up-and-coming rapper, 36-round switch. Young Switchy with the 36 round. You know, niggas have long now. No. This up-and-coming rapper just signed a deal. Well, seems like he was snitching back in 2017. Like, nigga, what? You ain't even let me get big enough yet. You release it. What you doing? What you doing? Like, think about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's some Karen type activity, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what make a Karen, right? When they're willing to butt in and you didn't really ask. They're willing to project what they feel. They're sharing their unsolicited opinion or their fact-checking. Bitch, I ain't asked you. Fuck you talking about? It's my cousin. Why you telling on my cousin? Oh, well, I just thought I should put it out there. He had a charge back in 17. You're like, God damn. Like, what you doing, Jake? I'm just fucking with you, Jake.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm serious, though. Who doing that? I mean, he's getting paid. Like, Jake probably fucking checked up right now. We talking about him on your platform, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He getting the bag. So I'm not, and just because you getting the bag don't mean nothing. I don't respect you because you're making no money. I don't fuck who you is. I'm gonna respect you if I respect you. Just because you get money means nothing. I know some fuck niggas getting money. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, my man's is committed to telling on people he believes has been telling on people. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, this is getting a bag for telling on people that's been telling on people, allegedly. I ain't mad at him. I just wanted to put it out there. I started like, damn, he really telling on niggas. Like, what you doing?
Nah, that's his thing, man.
Jake out here looking over his shoulder.
I can't spend no more time on this dude,
I
man.
ain't either.
Can we go to another dude?
Come on.
Controversial?
Who?
Kanye West.
What about him?
Kanye West. You know, this brother, he gonna find a way to stay on America's and the world's news feed. This dude was in Italy on one of them boats, like you see them boats going around Italy. They catch the man ass showing, and his wife is giving him head on the boat.
Beautiful.
She walking around Italy damn near nude. He's barefoot half the time.
That's weird.
Like, where is he really good? Is this a publicity stunt on his part?
I definitely don't think it's publicity. He don't need publicity. People publicize him. He don't need the publicity. He didn't release a video of him getting head. Y'all did. You're publicizing it. He didn't.
No, but this is come on.
No,
He's
no,
an intelligent.
no.
Hold on, Jock. Hold on.
All right.
That man been a celebrity since about 2003.
Where you normally get head at?
Not on a boat in Italy.
No. My question is, where do you normally get head at?
Behind closed doors.
Okay. Now, if a motherfucker just happen to see behind closed doors that you're getting head, you're not publicizing that you're getting head behind closed doors. They're publicizing you're getting head behind closed doors. I went all the way to Italy to get away from you fuck niggas so I can get me some head on a yacht, bitch. And some motherfucker just want to film me and release it and publicize it.
It wasn't a yacht.
I don't give a fuck what it was.
It was one of them taxi cab boats.
I don't give a fuck. We're in Italy, bitch. We drinking wine. We drinking juice from the best currents, nigga. We is getting head. I'm getting head like, baby, do that shit. Yeah. Oh, shit. So, baby, hold on. She, baby, Pop, he trying to say paparazzi. She's talking, pop? Papa? No, bitch. Paparazzi. Fuck it. Like, nigga.
Yo, here's the deal. I'm not letting you defend this man. I don't give a crap. And I'm going to tell you why I'm not letting you defend him. You're not getting away with this, Jock.
Tell me why.
Because I done been around celebrities for the better part of my life. And one thing celebrities are well aware of is that they're always a camera within arm's length of them.
Okay, let's say this.
Hold on. Let you speak. Kanye was married to Kim Kardashian.
Fuck all that.
That brother understands how to manipulate media. This man knows when I walk out my door,
can I time you out for 1 second?
anything I say or do
Brother,
will be used against me.
good brother, let me
It's nowhere in the world he's sitting on a boat, getting ahead, and didn't think for 5 minutes that this wasn't going to make international news. Proceed, my brother.
You gonna time out for a minute. He wasn't married to Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was married to him. Let's understand what we're saying first and foremost.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Listen. The man has done it all, seen it all. If he want to walk around barefoot, let that nigga walk around barefoot. He got enough money to buy him some new titanium foots, nigga. Let that nigga do what he do. Listen, that man was sitting there. How did you know he was getting head? Did you ever see his eggplant in her mouth? Did you ever see eggplant in her pie hole? It appeared he was getting head, but did you really see his flesh in her mouth? You didn't.
Which proves my point.
What it proves is we're talking about him and he just living his life. He ain't publicly did nothing.
It proves
What it proves?
that man
What it proves?
understands the power of media and publicity, and he knows how to stay on the world's news feed. That's all I'm saying. Stuff like that with celebrities don't happen by accident.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead. Ask me.
You think I know how to stay on people's news feed?
Yes.
Okay. Right now, I can go somewhere and shit on myself. Just shit on myself. Oh my God. I can shit on myself and I will make the news feed.
Yes.
It doesn't mean I want to be on the news feed. It doesn't mean I know how to be on the news feed. The man could have really been like, yo, I'm up here, I'm chilling, nobody's up here. We've been drinking fucking wine, don't tell them what the fuck else they on. And she's like, baby, I just want to just please you. And he's like, come on.
I believe, you know something? If this was a random act.
Now watch this. Before you say that, hold that, because I like that word random. How close was the camera to him that saw him?
It probably was a zoom lens. I'm sure
See
it was in another boat.
If you looking around, you don't see nobody like shit. Ain't nobody out here. You don't see that fucking big ass telescopic lens, nigga. You getting head. This is head. This ain't hurt nobody. Come on. Go ahead. I'm gonna pour up some more of this goddamn port. What is it with the wine they be drinking? What's that cheap ass wine?
Nah, the Ripple.
What's the port? What's the port? The port wine they drinking. The cheap ass wine.
Boone's Farm. Who knows? I don't know.
Nah, Taylor Port, nigga.
All
Y'all
right,
know about that? Y'all know about that Taylor Port?
No.
Kanye was over there drinking some cheap ass Taylor Port wine, getting some head on a ferry from his wife, and y'all want to talk mess about him. The man doing it the right way. He took the bullshit out of America, went over there, he drinking fucking wine, getting his dick sucked on a ferry. Like, that's living.
No, listen,
No.
Jock. I think
Somebody
you're
hit him with
mistaken
a
what I'm saying.
8,000 zoom lens from fucking Monaco. Like, the nigga chilling. Like, leave the nigga alone.
Yo, come on, man. Listen. Everything you said is absolutely right. Only thing I'm saying is the nigga knew exactly what he was doing.
Nigga, if you see me giving my wife some head in public, you better know I know exactly what I'm doing.
100%. 100%. Because you understand
she like,
you are a celebrity.
Point taken. Yeah, I'm with the shit though.
Yo, let me ask you, do you think Kanye will ever make it back to the heights that he once was?
Are you kidding me? That nigga is far beyond the heights that he once was. You're crazy. He done won already. He don't need you for nothing else. He don't need your praise anymore. He doesn't care anymore. Because, you know, once you get certain things, it's just like a certain amount of money. Once you touch a certain money, I remember the first $1 million I touched, nigga. I was like, $1 million. From a child, teachers would tell you could never spend $1 million in a lifetime. I want to go back and slap every teacher that told me that bullshit. You misled me. You taught me bullshit. $1 million is nothing. You make a certain amount of money, you'll be paying that in taxes off of one check. That nigga rich, he don't need us no more. We need Kanye. Look, he like, you really mean
want you
that
to look
shit?
in the camera and say that again. And say it like you mean it. Because nigga, you really selling this whole car.
Nigga.
Look in the camera and say, who we need?
We need Kanye. Nigga, I'm sick. Do you know how prolific this boy was?
I do.
Do you understand? Kanye could say some shit that 1 million niggas around him done rapped about the same topic, the same subject.
Nobody's taking
his
away from how dope this brother is.
The soundtracks, the beds he's produced for these art, dog, we need Kanye back.
Okay.
I need somebody to travel back in time and catch right before he did the Adidas deal. I need y'all to catch him right before he did the Yeezy deal. Talk to him about how this shit gonna be. Anybody know how to travel back in time? If y'all niggas could talk, matter of fact, if y'all could talk to that nigga right before he got mad at Kim, that second time when it went public, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If y'all could talk to him at that time, he'll be a different Kanye today. Period.
Okay. Fair enough. Moving right along. Yo, another one of your Atlanta brethren, Young Jeezy, recently got a divorce from Jeannie Ma.
Well, filed for divorce.
Filed for divorce, fair enough. They're reportedly divorcing over family values and expectations. First and foremost, are you surprised?
I'm not.
No?
No, I'm not.
Okay, what you know that we don't know, because in the public side, I mean, this was they feel like they just got married.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I ain't buying this shit, nigga. I'm not buying into it. He may have married her because of her core values. There's certain things that she will not do because of her family. That's the reason he was willing to buy into that and tie into that. So you gotta get off the surface, nigga. The surface looks good, but we know underneath the surface, it be other stories going on. Let's break it down. It's Jeezy. I ain't taking nothing from his wife. Jeannie Mai, she's a beautiful woman. It's Jeezy, nigga. This nigga that had any... It's Jeezy. He loved who he loved. He said, I do, and committed to who he chose to do that to, right? But right here at a time when pushing a new album, about to drop a book, it's got different deals. People around him who's had a certain level of success. Although Jesus had a certain level of success, there's certain things he has not done in his career that puts him at that pinnacle. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he felt like, you know, now's the time that I could share this world with somebody on a real level. But I need a candidate who's not gonna fight me, who's not gonna go against me, who's gonna let me lead, who would allow me to be who the fuck I am. And I think she sold that for him. She gave him that. But then after they got married, she didn't have a job no more. They got a new baby. He on the road promoting a new fucking album. And it ain't like it's a shabby promotion of a new album. This Jeezy. This nigga got a catalog. This nigga got hits. So when he going out on a tour, even if it's a promo tour for the new album, it's a concert. This nigga got hits. This nigga could drop 30 bangers back to back. Then after the album, guess what? He's on a book tour type shit. Nah, this nigga out here living his life and come home to probably some old calm, or what he want to be calm, but she like, no, I need you here, I need to do this, that. Hey, don't tell him what the fuck they got going on. You just never know. And it might not turn out to be what he thought it was, and vice versa. Vice versa.
You know,
because ain't no telling what type of negative backlash she hear.
She did an old interview and she was she was married to a white dude once before. She said that she like her white meat, but she like her dark meat on the side.
Yeah.
Turns out she was married to her first husband, her ex-husband, for 10 years.
Yeah, you know what that means.
And they got divorced because he didn't want to have a baby with her.
Mm-hmm.
She get married to Jeezy, they have a kid, and still end up getting divorced.
Mm-hmm. It ain't hard. It's easy. She typically wanted to marry white for the status of it, for the classification of it. That's understood. Okay. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But she's willing to date black on the side. Black on the side is gonna give her a taste of what she doesn't get in her regular life. This is like right now. There's some people who vacation for a living and work part-time. That's a 1%. And there's some people who work for a living and vacation part-time. That's the average. You follow where I'm going?
No.
So it's like I'll work part-time and vacation on the side. The black guy's like the black man to her at that point in her life when she made that statement was possibly like the vacation. This is this is to set my future up, and I'll vacation on the side.
Got you.
Okay? But it's different when you vacation for a living.
You know, Jock,
it don't have the same.
You a prolific young man. Like
trying to
I love sitting there.
Appreciate
like
that.
Usually I'm right there with you. I don't know what's happening. Like I couldn't keep up. Like, forgive me. That was so prolific and well said on your part. Good job, Jock. I get it.
That's just like you know, when you got somebody who got a little money that could do the good drugs on the side, they last a lot longer than the person who has the big money and can do the good drugs on the regular all the time.
All the time.
Because it's an OD thought process. It's a quick burnout. Like, Jeezy probably gave her that energy. She like, oh, just give me a, ooh, I'm in the know, I'm in the. But then when you live it all the time, you realize like you can't handle him the same way you handle that white man possibly. You can't say the shit you say to this man, and he gonna act the same way. Honey, why would you say that? Bitch, who you talking to? And I ain't saying Jeezy call no bitch. But if you say some shit off too far to the left, it ain't gonna be hard for him to be like, yo, you got me fucked up. Hey, yo, Jenny, you tripping. That shit ain't make me laugh. Ha ha. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Like stop fucking playing with me.
Yo, okay, hold on. Stand on this whole divorce thing.
I'm on it.
Yo, okay, you say you wasn't shocked with them.
I wasn't.
Was you shocked with Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert?
I wasn't at all.
Really?
I wasn't. I'm not. I'm never shocked no more. I'm at an age now where I understand how life works. We change, the weather changes. Nigga, look at the almanac. These summers are getting hotter, winters are getting colder. Shit happens, shit changes. Evolution is real, man. Like, look at Tiana Taylor. When he met Tiana, how long they been married?
10 years.
Let's go back.
Matter of fact, I think they've been together 10 years, married 7.
Go back 7 or go back 10 when they met. It's not the same Tiana Taylor. Now, she may feel like, oh, I'm the same Tiana Taylor because I've been on this. You're not. You've grown into a much, you're going into your iconic phase. Right now, you're not out here being pushed by a label. You're not being pushed doing your music. You're doing what you want to do. You're carving out your own pathway, and it's working for you. And people are praising you and giving you your flowers on the daily. You are considered one of the world's flyest people right now. You're classified as that. Iman, cool guy, good ball player. He just did some movies, been doing some movies and stuff. But he ain't getting the same praise as her. He ain't getting the same action as her. I don't know what his money like, if he's still getting crazy money. Is he still hooping right now?
I don't think so. Nah, he's retired.
So, not saying he ain't sitting on the bag because them boys get money, but I'm just saying, like, she's evolving. She's evolving, bro. She's evolving. She's in different circles. She's not, so at once upon a time, although she's a woman and women kind of get in those circles a little differently, you more so hear women marrying up richer. Men don't really marry up.
Mm-hmm.
Men marry down because they're in control of the situation. Women will marry up because of the man's kind of, well, she's going up and her circle of prospects has changed. You know what I'm saying? And once upon a time, 10 years ago, when he probably was like, new contract, 83 million, 6 years type shit. I don't know, I'm just throwing out numbers. I'm not knowing. But you know what I'm saying? But now it's different. 10 years later, you hear these numbers niggas is getting now?
Yeah.
You know, oh my God, the first time ever, this guy getting, Patrick Mahomes went back and asked for another 250 million, 500 million. Like, what the fuck? Yo, nigga, 83 million signing bonus, guaranteed 150 million. That puts him at 200 and something. Then he's got to, like, what? You hearing numbers you never heard before. And she's in these different circles with people. The money's different. The talk is different. The outlook is different. I'm not surprised. Because usually, if you want two people to stay together, they both got to keep evolving. Got to keep evolving. Because after a while, I'm going to be able to do some shit you can't do, or vice versa. So I'm not surprised. When I hear people, if you hear that me and Kendra is getting a divorce, nigga, don't be surprised. Understand we're human. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're going to get one. I love my wife. I'm just saying the notion of what society is today, our outlook on life, our morals, values, and scruples, that system is different than it was 40 years ago. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's different. You got people now on podcasts talking about, fuck marriage. Marriage is crazy. It's crazy. It's only a setup for the man. And now when you can kind of show it, people sitting back now like, shit, it is kind of a setup if you ain't got a prenup. Well, if she should be still getting my money, maybe I should still be able to have sex with her. See, that sounds crazy, don't it?
No, it don't.
I helped you get your, I was with you when you was, I was fucking you when I was doing all this too. Do I still get to hit the coochie? I'm saying, because I got to give you the money. I don't get the, wait. I give you the money. You take the this to that, you move on to another man. Long as you don't marry him, I still gotta pay you alimony. This bitch may never get married again, so I'm gonna be paying alimony. So now he getting the coochie I used to get, and the money I get, I'm giving you, he get access to all that? I should still have access to the box if you got access to the bag. First time ever hearing that, right? That's the first time I ever felt like that. This shit just came about, I swear to God. I never said that, but if I'm gonna give you access to the box, to the bag, I don't get access to the box, no? Somebody gonna talk shit, and he's a chauvinist for that one. Some women gonna frown, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not a chauvinist, and I'm just talking, but somewhere in there, you gotta like think about it. Like come on.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Before I let you up
To the
out of
ladies,
here.
look, she like, motherfucker. I'm sorry, okay? She laughed, I'm sorry, okay, all right.
Before I let you up out of here, Jock, because I don't want to leave you on that, because you know they coming after you. So let me switch
prepared.
topics and get
Let's
you
do it.
back in the good graces of.
It don't even matter on that end. That's done. If you choose to love and hip hop me and put it out anyway, then let it be.
Colin Kaepernick.
Oh shit.
He penned a letter to the New York Jets saying,
saw
"Yo,
that shit.
let me be a part of your practice squad." I mean, Charlemagne went so far as to call the letter pathetic. J. Cole put the letter. He posted it, matter of fact, on social media. What's your thoughts on the letter? Is it pathetic? You know, is it a fair attempt by a
No,
man
it's not
who,
pathetic. Fucking, hey man, look, it's not pathetic to me. Here's someone who's not giving up on their dreams. You understand what I'm saying? Here's someone who still believes that they're a viable candidate to be in this position. Advocate for me. Because I know niggas is going to hate. So why not try to see who will advocate for me? Because I ain't going to lie to you. When I saw that shit, I said, yeah, shit, why not? I know that's right. I said, I know that's right. I didn't say that's pathetic. Nigga, what is you talking about? Lawmakers, decision makers, senators every fucking day are coming to the forefront with a bill that they think should be pushed. And some of that shit is pathetic. But they have to put it out there because they got to shoot their shot. They got to try. They got to try. Some of the shit we done said to women is pathetic. Trying to shoot our shot. Some of the shit that we done said to a woman that actually landed the motherfucking woman was probably and possibly pathetic to somebody who got more sauce and more game. But I got what I needed out of the deal. So you can call it whatever you want to. But I'm not mad at the brother for shooting his shot. He saw opportunity. Y'all need a fucking quarterback. Your man's is out. Achilles gone. He ain't even played like yo, this is the beginning of, you know how much money he probably got? You know what, Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
You can't play with Aaron, boy. It's Aaron Rodgers, nigga. You got to cut that. So who we got? Who's second string? How's second string doing? What's their record right now? I don't even know. I need to check that. What's their record right now? No. 1-2? Call Cap. That boy probably get out there and ball the fuck out right now.
You know, I'm so with you on this. I don't even know how anybody can look at him penning a letter. Say, as a matter of fact, he didn't say put me in the second stream. He said, yo, let me play with your practice squad.
But see, to them, that is pathetic. It's that is the very thing. That's the line. That's the space. That's the space. See what I'm saying? You like, he didn't even say, he said the practice squad. It's like, bro, you did that. How you talking about?
But he recognizes, I haven't played in the league for 7 years. I understand that even if I did play in the league for 7 years, I would probably be on my way out because of age. Father Time is undefeated. But I still love the sport. I love the game. So if this is a way that I can do what I love, I don't have no ego about this.
I loved it. I thought it was.
So did I.
I said, man, not mad at you, bro.
So did I. I was shocked.
When Aaron Rodgers went down, I said, oh, shit. He went down. I was like, oh, shit. What? Is they second string strong enough? Right? And I was like, damn, what they going to do? Ooh, they need somebody. And I never thought of Colin Kaepernick. So to keep strolling and keep scrolling, and I see him with this letter, I said, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
They might mess around and have one of them any given Sunday moments. Like that was straight out of a movie right there.
Get out there and ball. Yeah. That's definitely.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Al Pacino as the coach.
There you go. That might be like a straight up, like what they got to lose. Except more ball games.
More money.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yo, you see Crazy Bone.
Yeah.
Critical condition.
Sarcoidosis.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yep.
Man.
Form of sarcoidosis. My uncle actually he had a bout with sarcoidosis, man. And so interesting, he had to get a full lung transplant. And it worked.
Oh, yeah?
It fucking worked.
He's still alive?
He's still alive. And
how long ago?
I want to say Unc got his transplant about 5 years ago.
Wow.
I mean, he was fucked
God
up.
bless him.
He was fucked up, bro. I was like, shit, y'all got a will? Like, what color y'all want the casket? What color the suit type shit?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So you're talking full lungs. Full lung replacement. Lung transplant. Here today.
God is good, man.
My prayers go out to bro and his family, man, because woo.
Yeah, but I mean, even hearing this, because a lot of people, they only know what they read in the media.
Yeah.
So to hear that you have a real life story, a real life example of somebody who was at the point of picking out the color of the casket, and he back. You know, that gives you, because people don't believe until they see.
You faith, yeah. It definitely gives you faith.
It strengthens your faith.
Strengthens your faith.
So I'm glad you even brought that up.
Because when I saw sarcoidosis, I was like, shit. That shit sounded like terminal cancer. When you get sarcoidosis, that shit like shit. It's not many people that come back from that.
No. You know, you brought your mom up a few times during this conversation.
Yeah.
And I don't like to end on a sad note, so we're gonna end it on a high note, man. First and foremost, on behalf of myself, as your friend, as your brother for many years, and everybody here at Vlad TV, we offer our heart. You know, and to keep it 100, I just went down this road. So when I tell you, I know,
I didn't even know that.
Oh yeah, I know. Like, this is fresh for me. So one brother to another brother, I love you.
Appreciate it,
and I offer you my condolences, because
I
know what you're going through.
Real difficult situation, boy.
My God.
To watch my mom decline like that so fast, it was like, you know how something happening to you, like, I know this shit ain't just happening. It's like, what? As this happened, I'm like, you can't breathe? What's wrong? Wait a minute. You can't walk? Wait a minute, what? It just was happening so fast, and to try to be there every day, different level of stress, bro. But I feel like God strengthened me for the inevitable. It's a lot different than just losing someone suddenly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You lose somebody suddenly, that shit be fucking you up, dog. You be just like, you can't even get answers. You be like, but why? God. So all you can do is talk to God. Yep. So in my situation, I was talking to God. I was like, God, like, this is what it is. All right, okay. Well, I'm gonna do everything I can to sustain life. And that's all my mind was on. And not realizing that this is the opportunity for you to let this person know what they mean to you. You show them, you tell them, you express it every chance you get. Because, you know, sometimes in our darkest hours, some of our brightest thoughts are revealed. Some of our best attributes are revealed as well. And with my mom, man, I just started realizing, like, how strong of a woman she is and was, and what I took from her, even to the point some of the things I may not have wanted to accept about my mom. But you realize that life for this vessel is coming to a slow end, and you start realizing that, damn, actually, now that I'm looking at how it's ending, you know, this shit aged appropriately with some of the things you taught me, some of the core values, some of the things you said to me. You told me about days like this. You told me about good and bad times like this. And now that I'm watching you transition, it meant the world to me that I was there in that moment. Cause I was just like stressing every day, like, they gonna call me today, say, Miss Robinson, it's over with, or you need to rush to the hospital. And I woke up one morning, I told my wife, I said, baby, I don't think it's gonna be much longer. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything together early. I'm gonna go to the hospital so I can spend a few hours with her before I get on this flight. It's just something in my spirit talking to me. I got to the hospital, as soon as I walked in, I saw her numbers. I said, baby, she's not gonna make it past today. She said, don't say that. I said, yeah, I gotta say that because I'm looking at what's going on. I'm looking at her, and I know what the process is. I'm like, man, I talked to the nurse. I said, from your many years of experience, do you think she'll live past today? She was like, oh, You know, that's not a question people just ask. Maybe they do ask her. She just wasn't ready for me to ask her that. She looked at the machine. She looked at my mom. She looked back at the machine. She kind of looked at me. You could tell. It was already evident before I ever asked her anything. I knew. She said, "Well, I'm not God, but with my professional experience doing this 27 years, I think you should get your family here around your mom now." I knew what the fuck that meant. Mm-hmm. I said, "Okay." I grabbed her hand, kissed on the forehead. I prayed with my mom for about 3 minutes. And I told God that I was willing to accept the inevitable. And I just want him to take her with him. As long as I know she going with you, I'm gonna let her ride. I swear to God, the most bravest shit I ever said out loud, hardest shit I ever had to say out loud. And when I let my mom's hand go and I put it down, that goddamn machine went to dropping. The numbers went to dropping. That bitch hit cold blue.
Wow.
And I was like, and I looked at my wife, she was like, and I was like, it's happening.
Did the rest of your family make it?
Everybody was coming. People, not everybody, but
they
people.
Was on their way, but did anybody make it at that time?
At that time, I had told nobody to meet me there.
Mm.
So by the time it was happening, you gotta think, she said that, I went to praying for my mama, it was over.
Man.
Within minutes. And you had some family start to come in right as it was happening. And I remember one of my friends, Marlo, was coming in. "What, my girl?" I was like, she gone. And she was like, "Oh no." I was like, it's okay. We knew this moment was coming. Let's rejoice. I done cried. I done cried for months. I'm gonna cry some more, but I didn't have it in me to cry the most. I cried a little bit, but I had to get on a plane and fly out.
That day?
That day. Not even that day. I walked from her room to the parking garage, to the airport, to West Virginia. It was just like that. And it was hard, but what nothing I was gonna be able to do if I stayed home.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring her back. Funeral gotta be paid for. I still got bills. I got shit I'm working on. I'm like, let me just go clear my mind and do what she would have told me to do, and I did that.
We'll end it there, my brother.
Yeah.
It's always my pleasure, and can't wait to do it again.
That what she said. Yeah.